Welcome back to the channel, everyone. As you can see, I don't have my old headphones set on. I have some new ones, which is pretty freaking badass. They feel great. I don't have that metal ring up here no more. I just dropped a short on these that I just bought. These are the Talaman headphones, the Titan Series 660X. Man, no sponsors. I paid for these myself. They're great. I'm telling you right now. Just being able to like set it down if I'm watching another stream. Look here. They turn any which way I want them to turn. The headphones, like they're 360 all the way around. They feel great. They're comfortable. They come with an extra set of foam, white ones if you want white. So as we jump into this today, does white privilege exist? Also, if you want to support the channel, guys, it's going across the bottom of the screen there, or we have the Cash App QR code up in the corner, or I can put the Venmo or the PayPal QR code up. Let me know. I've been doing this almost 6 years. I'm not doing this for nothing. You guys can support the channel. It don't take much to send $5, $10, $100. If you send $100 or more, you will be a sponsor of the show, and your name will go across the chat, the line down there where it's saying, and you will be considered a sponsor of this show. And I will read your message out loud if you type in a message when you send the Cash App or Venmo, whatever you send. There is a place for that, by the way. So today I've been seeing a lot of shit here, not just here, but for the last 10 years. It's all I keep hearing. And the internet, the algorithms may hit me on this. I don't know. I don't care. Here's the thing. Oh, you're white privileged, or this person, oh, it's white privileged. They're privileged. Just like the Austin Metcalf, trial in Texas. Everybody's talking about it. Everybody's wanting to say, well, he got all white jewelry. The judge was white, blah, blah, blah. No, this all boils down to don't put your hands on anybody. This is not being privileged. This is not white privilege. There was actually 50 black people that got disqualified from being on the jury. There was Asians on the jury. There could have been blacks, but there were 3 of them that actually told the truth. 3 black people that was picked for the jury selection also came forward and said, we're teachers. We would feel sorry for him. We feel like we would not, give a fair vote. So they actually spoke the truth and they disqualified themselves. So did he have white privilege? I say no. I don't think white privilege exists. Seriously, it really don't. If you go look at the statistics, more white people are shot by cops every year than black people. And the reason I say white privilege does not exist, I got onto it with some other panels yesterday, and these guys are just acting crazy. I'm not going to name names. I don't talk about people when they're not on my panel, or if I'm not face to face with them. I don't mention people like that. I don't like the drama section, but I will say these people are foes. Homeboy was like talking about me and saying a word and saying this stuff, and it said you don't like them, and I said no, I hate them. I could care less for the Muslims and the Somalians and the third world illegals that keep coming to this country. I do not give a shit about them. I don't want them here. Well, there are black brothers, man. They're black. They come from us. And I'm like, wait a minute. I didn't get to land my plane because someone paid to, if you know anything about shows or panels, somebody paid $10 to kick me off before I got to land my plane. And here's the truth. What I was going to do and say when I landed my plane was, I have seen tons of black people on social media on all different platforms, even in the fake news, in the mainstream media, sitting there saying, fuck the illegals, fuck the Somalians, fuck these people. They took our money. They're getting the resources that was supposed to come to us. These resources were supposed to come to our neighborhoods, were supposed to come to our community, blah, blah, blah. But as soon as a white boy says, fuck those Somalians, fuck those illegals, oh no, they have a fucking issue. No, fuck the white boy. Those are our brothers. Those, knowing damn well that the black Somalians in Minnesota, they don't fuck with black people. They don't want to fuck with nobody, no black Americans. And that's the truth. So they were trying to out me as a racist. And I'm like, I'm just sitting there speaking the truth. And it actually outed him and these people as, racist, not me. And I'm like, how the hell would you sit and call me that and say that, oh, they're your brother, they come from your part of the world, they're your brother, they're black too. Fuck that, bro. I'm an American, you're an American. You can't stand beside your American, people, and or you're against them until a white person says it. And here's the thing about privilege. I don't think there's white privilege. I don't believe it. I believe there's American privilege, and I will explain this. What is American privilege? Well, we're privileged more than most countries. And when I say America is privileged, everybody in America is privileged. I don't care if you're poor or you're rich, you're privileged. Yes, is there a higher elite class that actually have it easier than us? I would say yes. Does that make them privileged? No, that makes them that they work for their money and they deserve to have it, to get buy what they want. They can have things because they pay for it, right? Okay, so this is a touchy subject and a touchy, it's an issue with a lot of people. And when I say I believe America is privileged, I'm saying everybody in America, even the dirt poor. And the reason why I say the dirt poor, because if you're too poor, you don't own a cell phone, guess what? The government will give you an iPhone. If you're an American, you're poor. Guess what? If you're hungry, you can get food stamps. Guess what? If you're an American, you're poor and you don't have a place to live, you can get Section 8. You can get certain housing. You can do certain programs. But when someone's saying, well, Ray, what does that mean? How is that privileged? How is everybody in America privileged? White people are privileged. We're not. Yeah, bullshit. Everyone is privileged because at a single touch of our finger, we can have anything, and I mean anything, delivered to our door. We can get on the phone. We can call an Uber. We can go anywhere we want. Any one of us, white, black, Chinese, Mexican, I don't care what you want to say. You can get on your phone, push a button. You can have food delivered straight to your door. You don't have to get off the couch. You can go to Amazon. You can go to any company online and push a button. And you can have anything delivered to your door just as well as the next person. So when I say American privilege, I believe America is privileged. We are privileged. We have it better than most countries. And when someone says, well, you have white privilege no, bro, in the justice center, system and the police, no, we don't. Go look at the statistics on who actually gets shot more, white or black people. It's whites. I'm telling you right now. Well, they pulled me over because I'm black. No, they pulled you over because you got dark tinted windows or too dark or something's going on or they know who you are. Trust me, if you're in a town that you live in, you've lived for years, the police and you're a criminal or you're doing bad shit, they know who you are because they know who I was. Exactly. You have the same luxuries, equality. That's what everybody hollered for. Equality, equality. Everybody has the same luxuries that I've got. I can get on my phone. I can order just like I did the other day. I had my headphones. I didn't have to go 2 hours away and get on a damn interstate and drive to a city to go to a Best Buy because I don't have a Best Buy around me and buy these headphones. Guess what? I had the luxury of pushing a button online and them some bitches just walked up to my door 30 minutes ago. Boom, delivered them straight to my door. I didn't have to do shit but order them off the internet. And that goes for everybody. When you're judged by a jury of your peers, that don't mean white privilege. That means, that's a 50-50 shot. And when I say privilege, when one person goes to prison and that person didn't go, well, that's a completely different case. There's different details in that case than that. And plus, maybe that person paid for a better defense than this person. And see, that's where it stems from. What kind of defense do you pay for? Do you want a public defender, or do you want a $50 lawyer? Do you want to pay $100,000 for a lawyer and a defense team? Because I guarantee you, if you would have paid for a damn good defense team, guess what? You wouldn't be going to prison, or you wouldn't be doing 35 years. I can guarantee you that. The parents took advantage of that boy in Texas, Carmelo. They said, well, they didn't buy a new house. Yes, even the go send me, or what, not the GoFundMe. It's a go send or send go me or whatever. It's like a GoFundMe. They raised $630,000. Even I got some friends that said, and they even sent them an email, and they emailed them back, stated we had to move the family because they got doxxed, get them a new house. They had to buy them a new home. They got a new home. So yeah, you are blowing the money. You didn't go, I'm sorry, but if I raise $600 and something $1,000 for my kid's defense, or for my kid, it's going to the defense team. It's going to go every bit of it if it has to. I don't want my kid going to prison for 35 years. It's going to go to the defense team. It ain't going to go to new luxury items for me, because I'm greedy and I don't give a shit about my kid. When they found him guilty, the parents jumped up and ran. The only person that kid got to see last was his grandma, because for the sentencing, they left before they left. Didn't even come back for the sentencing or nothing. Just left their kid. Well, he's 19 now. He's going to prison. Well, we don't need to be here for the sentencing, I guess. Let's go. That tells me that kid's going to have a hard time. He ain't going to have money on his books or none of that shit. That's tough. When your own mom and daddy, the people that's supposed to love you the most, that's supposed to be looking out for you the most, actually get up and walk out and say, to hell with it. That's tough. That's a tough situation, man. That's a tough situation. But like I said, is America privileged, or white people privileged? Where does the white privilege exist? There's nothing I'm going to go out here and do that you can't do. Now they're going to say, well, you have this, I don't. Well, that's because I work for it. Maybe you need to work for it. Maybe you need to take your money and buy what I have instead of buying what you want. Don't complain because I have something you don't, or somebody has something you don't. You have the option to have that, to make the money and buy that item. And like I said, I believe it's American privilege. We're all privileged. We have everything at our fingertips on a freaking phone. Everything on a phone. All you have to do is push whatever you want and it's delivered to your door. Food, anything you want offline. You don't have to go anywhere nowadays. You can sit at home and be a lazy ass if you have the money to live. So I get sick of hearing that, oh, you're privileged. You got white privilege. Where am I going that you're not getting to go? What am I doing that you're not getting to do? Because it ain't just about the police. I can promise you that. It ain't just about, oh, I got pulled over with a speeding ticket. You don't. Bullshit. That's bullshit. Because every day I see people getting pulled over and they're white people. Now, I ain't trying to make this a race stream. I'm just saying I think there's a lot of cuckoo, fruity Fruit Loops out, goofies out there, man. And they try to think, and they get mad because a white man says a word. Well, I'm triggered by that word. Really? I just sit and listen to it 100 times and you didn't say a fucking thing. But as soon as the white man says a word, well, that word triggers me. Really? But you're saying it, it's coming out of your mouth. And no, it ain't the word that triggered you. It's that a white guy come on a panel and you was uncomfortable with a white guy up there speaking truth about these bullshit illegals and the shit I speak about. That's what you was uncomfortable with. Because that's it. That's exactly the point. That's the truth. You was not comfortable with a white man speaking truth about those people, those illegals, those Somalians, those black people coming over here. It wasn't the word that triggered you. It wasn't because the white boy said a word, because that word had been said all day. If that word had been said all day, you would have been spazzed out. I'm triggered. Bullshit. Can't tell me that shit. Thank God it's Friday, man. We got some rain here off and on. So we're going to, I don't know. It's like a chill stream, man. Basically, we're going to jump into some stuff. I think a lot of people don't understand that we're all privileged in America. I mean, we really are. Let's just do this since it's not going to hit the algorithms right. Let's see. Let's see here. Nope, I don't want it to say that. Let's see. Put this here. Let's see if I can get that here. Nope. Nope, it's not what I want. It's not what I want. Stop it. Stop it. What's up, everybody? How you doing? Come on in, hit that like button, subscribe. Let's see. Show. Thank God it's Friday, everybody. What are we going to do today? Let's see. This is the platforms you can find me at. These other platforms, these are just, let's see, 1, 2, 3 other ones there. I am on TikTok also. If you're over on TikTok, let's see. Let me see if I can find this other tab over here. We're going to see what's going on Twitter over here today. I think there's a lot of stuff. Oh, yes, we do have some big information. Elon Musk is the first person ever to become a trillionaire, guys. Ain't that something? The first man ever to become a trillionaire. Man, shoo-wee. That's some money right there. Now, that's some luxury. The first man to ever become a trillionaire is Elon Musk. We're going to try to see if we can share a few things. Let's see if he's even talking about it today or anywhere for that matter. Let's see. I got hit the other day for talking about.
To make Star Trek, to make the exciting science fiction futures that we've read about real. And that's what SpaceX is all about.
SpaceX.
To take the fiction out of science fiction and create an exciting, inspiring future for everyone. We want to be able to take anyone who...
That's what a trillionaire looks like, guys.
Mars, or anywhere in the solar system, and maybe beyond the solar system at some point. We want to be able to take you there. Not just a few astronauts. I mean you, literally you. If you watch, whoever you are watching this, SpaceX wants to be able to take you to the moon, take you to Mars, and
that's what a trillionaire looks like, fellas.
And I'm confident at this point that with the incredible team that we have here at SpaceX, that we will do that for you.
Do you believe that? Do you believe you're going to get to go to the moon? Are you going to get to do all this stuff? Do you believe it? Do you believe that? Oh, he's talking about sending all these people to the moon and different places. I don't know. I don't know if I want to fucking leave. I don't know if I'd want to. I'm serious. Like, I don't know if I want to go to the moon. This is SpaceX, man. You can't even play the music. That's what's fucked up. Do we believe this is going to happen? Elon Musk going to send us all into space? Imagine. Ask Gronk. That's wild, ain't it? Do we believe this is going to happen, guys? Pretty nice, pretty cool, but do we think it's going to be possible? Starlink, all this stuff. SpaceX, guys. What do we think about this? Huh?
In order to understand the nature of the universe and all these fundamental questions, we must expand the scope and scale of consciousness.
Somebody willing to take the risk to do all this. Exactly why he just became the first trillionaire. He is actually the first trillionaire. Is that not some insane stuff? That's insane, man. New stunning UFO. Okay, let's see what they're showing here. Is that it? Huh. Where is it at? Is that supposed to? No, that's the sun, right? Or the moon? Or is this supposed to be the UFO? It keeps moving. Huh. The little red thing, maybe? Or is that the lights off of the UFO? Huh. So they're saying this is supposed to be a UFO? Really? So it just disappears? That yellow light? That's some weird shit. Look at this one. Huh. Looks like a little light to me. Is that what that's supposed to be? That's supposed to be a UFO? Them supposed to be UFOs? That's what they're saying. They're saying this stuff's supposed to be UFOs. Look at those red lights. Huh. Looks like some kind of drone to me, but okay. Have y'all ever seen a drone fly at night? They're lit up. Huh. That looks like a bug flying in front of a camera. I mean, y'all, there's all kinds of stuff. Dust particles flying, light, looks weird and funny. Just a barely little bit of wind can blow things around. That could be a bug for all we know, flying at nighttime. And the light's reflecting off of it. But it could be a spaceship. Could be a drone. Here comes another one. See, this is what makes me feel like, why would that be a UFO? I mean, that looks like, a couple of bugs or something shining. I mean, come on, man. Really? TMZ's like on it, ain't they? We also have
Say that. God says there's going to be trials and tribulations.
The Austin Metcalf's dad coming out
Life
with
is
his
not
statements
easy.
yesterday.
God doesn't say that. God says there's going to be trials and tribulations.
I think he gets pretty graphic racially.
God says there's going to be people out there who will deceive you.
Yeah, let's see what he's got to say.
People out there. I mean, if we want to go back Old Testament, eye for an eye, Sodom and Gomorrah, turn to stone, man lays with a man, you die. I mean, this is all your personal choices. It's none of my business. I stay in my lane. Just don't come in my lane with your.
Hey,
I respect everyone until they disrespect me.
see what he's saying. I think he got really.
I've been disrespected by so many people.
Yeah,
So many times.
I'd say he has.
I'm gonna tell you right now, Charleston White. You think you're funny?
Yeah,
We'll see who's laughing.
he calls out.
Drew Anthony, you're a and a coward, and you raised one. Kayla, you drunk. What'd you do to that boy to make him stab somebody? My God, what kind of mother are you? Hey, Kevin Hayes, you fucking liar. Day after it happened, how many lies did you sit and type up on your keyboard, you big keyboard warrior?
He's
You
got the
big tough
right to
man.
be pissed
You
off.
still live in Baton Rouge? Remember
This man couldn't speak for over a year about his son's case. Austin Metcalf's dad here. He couldn't speak for a year about this. And now he's getting to. He has the right to be pissed off, man. His son's dead. And what do they say? Racial profile, or it's like racial people are, you know, they push people to become racist. I mean, shit, man. Look at all the shit that they've made fun of this AI about his son, the videos, all kinds of shit. I mean, this is what it leads up to, guys. And I don't agree with it. But also, like I said, does he have the right to be mad? Yeah, his kid's dead. His son is gone.
You said you'd come to Frisco, Brody. You're supposed to find me. I told you we could sit down and talk. That's all you do. Talk, Mr. Squeaky Clean. You're the only one in your family without a damn record. I guess that's something to brag about in your culture.
Ooh.
You people hang your hat on the dumbest shit I've ever seen.
Ooh. And here's why people take offense, because they say you people. You people. You people. Like it's because when a white man like this, like I said, he's mad. He hasn't got to speak on his son's case or nothing for a year. But when he says, this is what a lot of people, because it's like you're saying, because that word you to the black people in the black culture, that's like a down word. Like you're degrading. And it is. It really is. It's like, to me, that would degrade me. If you said y'all or you people, like I would think you're referring to us white people, you know, and it's just what it is. He's got emotions, he's got feelings. It's been built up for a year, and now he's getting to speak on it. So
let me make one up. Y'all can let me make something racist up so y'all can go viral.
See,
I got a new name for Mello, okay? Because he was such this little boy y'all was trying to portray. How about watermelon felon? How's that would strike you?
Shit. Did he just say watermelon felon? Holy shit. That is something, man.
I hope he enjoyed his first night in that cell last night, because he's going to have many nights to think about what the fuck he did.
God almighty.
I forgave him, so I don't carry the hate and the anger.
And he tried to make peace with the parents. He showed up to their interview. He wanted to talk with them, pray with them. He wanted to tell them that, you know, he did forgive him. What did they do? They called the fucking police to have him thrown out. This man tried to reach out many times.
I don't get ate up like cancer and kills you from the inside. It's like me drinking poison and hoping it kills you. It doesn't work that way. You've got to let that stuff go or it will kill you. It will eat you up inside.
You do.
So when people ask me, how can you forgive me? If I didn't, I would have wound up killing him and going to prison myself. That's how stupid people, when you get irrational, because you can't make a good decision if you're emotional. Emotion and intellect do not mix. If you're emotional, you can't come up with a logical solution.
God almighty. And this one, these people are retarded, they said. This lady, she ain't even talking nothing about anything logic about the case.
Ain't nowhere in hell that you need to be a damn DA with this foolishness. Did you know?
Did you know? Like, she's going to try to bring up some shit that don't even make sense about the case. Did you know this judge or this lawyer or this person had some sexual harassment?
Well, you need to be a registered sex offender, sucker. Let me read.
Sucker.
Let me read.
Sound like Mr. T. Sucker. These people, when I say these people, I'm not talking about all black people, guys. Let's get that clear. I'm talking about these group of people right here, these 8 people. Hush. I can't even go through all this. This lady's she's a joke. She's a joke. I mean, this has nothing to do with the case. They're sitting there saying, people ask, where would you at during this case? This big loudmouth Texas lady. She wasn't there. She said, we were doing the work. We're here now. She said, we're here now. We're going to come out to woodwork when it's time to raise money. You know. Oh yeah, this is funny. This is here is new, guys.
This America.
This guy is calling for all black people. This guy right here, pastor. This pastor right here is calling for all black people to get up and move to Africa. Let's listen and see what he says.
To begin to think about this America and the white people problem that we have. I'm going to make a statement. We
They
know
can-
that Martin Luther King, the beginning of his work was all about integration. We do know that later on that did change.
I mean, you want to tell everybody to leave?
Integration has
Buddy,
had great benefits.
if you got that big of an issue with white people,
I think now,
pack your bags and go.
unless you must stay in America, unless you are supposed to be in the USA. Otherwise, if you're black, integration has had great benefits.
For
I'm
what?
telling you,
Integration? Wait a minute. It has had great benefits? You mean they've got to come over here and soak off the welfare system? What did they say? 78% of the Somalians that come over here in Minnesota still do not have jobs. They're still on welfare and food stamps. Is that the great benefits that they get? Is that what we get out of it? Is that the benefit the American gets when the third world country people come over here? They soak our resources. Our taxpayer money goes out to keep them up. What benefit are they bringing to this country, sir? That's what I want to know. What's the benefit that we're getting out of it? They're little fucking street hustles that where everybody donates to them. Then they go and sit on the side of the streets in New York and sell the shit that people donate or steal for them. And they're selling it back to us after we give it to them. Is that the benefit?
and I'm saying this as a collective, let's drain this place of its benefits
What benefits?
and make our mass exodus.
I wished you would
And
go
go
over
on
there,
to
buddy. You, not all, you. Go over there.
I repeat,
Create your
integration
business
has
in
had great benefits, black people.
your city
For some
in
of us.
Africa. Go on. See if
Let's
those
drain
people
this
don't
place
laugh your ass right out
Of
the
its
country.
benefits and make
Because you're
our
a goofy
mass
ass.
exodus and go home and build. See, civil rights
Go over there and
did
build.
not make
Go
white
build you.
people
Go
that
build
are
you a
infected with
country.
whiteness stop being racist.
Let's see if you can do it.
They still raised racist children
Whatever.
that run this country to
It's
this
2026. Get over it, man. You ain't a
The Civil Rights
slave.
Act
We never
just
owned
made
slaves.
social discrimination federally illegal in key areas of American life, housing, voting, and such.
I got family members just as well as
It
just about a
changed
majority of people
what
that's
was
black.
lawful
They don't act like this.
what was
They don't talk
punishable.
like this shit.
and what rights
They have
black
common sense.
Americans could legally.
This shit is
demand
stupid.
and
These
defend.
people are
That's it. And
ignorant.
now, those rights at the federal level, there's an attempt to roll them back.
These people are a joke.
Integration has had great
This
benefits.
dude right here is
Let's
a joke.
drain this place of its benefits.
Drain
make
this
our
place.
mass
What benefits are
exodus
you going to drain
and
and
go
take
home
with
and
you,
build.
fool?
This land ain't
Move
rich
to
enough
Africa, bro. What
to
benefits are you going to
who
take
you
with
are.
you?
You come from
Here,
a
let's
land
get some Ninja Turtles up in here,
that
man.
flows with milk and
Let's
honey
do some Ninja
They
Turtles
pulled you
up here
out
behind you.
of that land
Yeah.
ancestrally and brought you to a place
Ancestral.
to where your royalty was not recognized. Used your black power, your black mysticism, your African spirituality, and your
It's a chill Friday anyways. Think about it.
physiological
I'm
superiority
not going to get too worked up over these
to
fools.
build this country
We're going to watch this
and give
shit.
everybody reparations except you. Don't believe that America don't give reparations. They do.
And then
to the
what?
tune of billions.
Oh, it,
Just never gave it to
we
us.
ask for more. Like I said,
This
I'm the
country
seventh
was
generation of
created
my family on my father's side.
to rape.
My
pillage,
family
and
lived
black.
off the land.
So unless you got an assignment from spirit
They didn't own
or
any
something
slaves. I don't
divine
own any slaves. Most of
that
you
is
wasn't
telling you to
slaves.
stay here,
None of you nowadays are slaves.
your
We're all slaves to the government.
duty
But
is to begin charity at home.
this dude's a fool, man. Y'all listen to him, y'all gonna be in some shit. Yes, and this is what's going around, guys. Pictures of black people peeing on Austin Metcalf's grave. I don't know if it's AI. You know, there's been reported that this is going on and this is real. So how does his dad supposed to act when this shit here that this is being seen? Honestly, guys, how does a father supposed to react when this is happening to his dead son? You know, like honestly. And of course, I think it's AI because that's a female. Well, it could be a trans, but females peeing like that. Come on. Listen to this goof.
Oh, my only problem is it should happen more. This is why I'm so proud of y'all for killing that white boy. See, they not used to this shit happening to them, y'all. My only problem is it should happen more. This is why I'm fucking up. This is why I got a problem with my people. It should happen more. We should make a day like every Thursday or every Wednesday where we just wake up and fuck up a white girl or a white boy. Just pick a little girl, smack the shit out of her. Little boy, smack the shit out of him. Old lady, white, whatever. We should set up a day once a week where we just fuck them up, y'all. Until they go back to the mountains.
Come on with it, boy.
That's the day where we just fuck them up.
Go back to the mountains.
We yawn, we brush our teeth, we wash our face.
I live in the
go outside,
mountains.
and we just fuck them
I
up.
invite you to my holler.
That's how we gotta start getting our day started. Please pick a day where we just
I'll invite you to my holler. You may never leave.
beat their ass, the kids, just beat their ass. Everybody, get in the comments. Let's set up a day where we just fuck. Where's National Fuck White People every day? Seriously, we just beat them up. Just walk up to them immediately. Shit about to change whether they know it or not. They talking all this
Even
shit
Myron
on
Gaines is saying, imagine if a white dude said this about blacks.
I just can't wait to take
Blacks are 10 times more racist than anyone else because they can be with almost no consequences.
I wish I knew what a little white boy.
And that's the truth.
Spit on that bitch.
Also, Nick Shirley takes down a UFC fighter. Watch this. Watch. Oh, took him down, didn't he? Okay, Marvel's coming out with some new images. That's crazy. Look at that shit.
Justice for white boys.
Oh, that's crazy.
And when I say I'm a
dude.
proud racist, what I mean by this is I'm fucking a realist. Okay? I understand that certain stereotypes tend to be based on facts. Okay? I make fun of everybody. So if you want to call me an equal opportunity racist, fine. But let me go ahead and show you guys some of the signs of the rules we follow in this house. Number one, women are dumb. Okay? Next, trainees are mentally ill. Blacks are crooks, Jews run America, Indians stink, and it wasn't 6 million. Okay? Now, when it comes to white people, some of you guys might say, well, why don't you make fun of white people? I do all the time. The thing is that when I make fun of white people, it fucking goes viral. I'll tell you my grievances with white people. The men are cucks. They don't tell their women to shut the fuck up. And then in turn, the women go ahead and destroy America. Because all the progressive policies that we have in America are pushed by retarded fucking white women. Okay? Now, whenever I say this, though, no one cares. Because white people get shit on all the fucking time. So no, it never goes.
It's okay if I go to end this for a little bit? I'm not going to be there all day.
Sorry about that.
Goes viral. Okay?
Myron
And then
Gaines
Asians eat
speaks
dogs.
the truth as
Asians eat
well.
dogs. You niggas are disgusting.
Y'all may not
I saw
like
the story
it,
of them eating a border collie in China. Fucking crazy.
crazy.
Okay, I'll tell y'all right now.
I mean,
if
it's
somebody
the
kidnaps
truth,
Frank,
man.
and I find out,
And then
and he
these
gets
people, look here. This is silly. Not the Lord of the dance. Isn't this the black guy that stood out there jumping in front of this old man's face, screaming at him? You're not going to get no. This guy right here is a black knight. The black guy, he was simping for that girl, man. That he said, you ain't going to get no black woman's face. Well, the black lady actually came up to the old white man, cussing him and saying shit to him.
Actual mechanics of this. This doesn't run on fuel. It's not oil and gas.
No, it's all electric.
Your last chance to invest in a $3.10 share, yeah.
That point. So it's in our case we have 10 motors, 10 electric independent motors.
On the
you
space.
go vertical, you just taxi out of your garage with 8 vertical motors, and then you transition using 2 thrusters, pushers, and fly forward.
Wow.
Ain't that something? That looks wild, don't it? You guys, let's see what these cackling coons are talking
White
about.
House is celebrating, you know, whose 80th birthday.
So, doesn't all presidents celebrate their birthday? I love this shit because you can't make this shit up, guys. You cannot make this stuff up. These people literally, they have to say him, and there's not a day went by in 10 years that they have not spoke about Trump. Hatefully, badly. They're celebrating his 80th birthday. Well, you know what? Hasn't every president celebrated hell, Obama got to celebrate 8 birthdays in the White House. Joe Biden celebrated 4. Where do these women get off saying Trump celebrating his 80th birthday in the White House? Doesn't every president get to celebrate their birthday in the White House? This is what makes it funny, because these cackling hyenas are mad because Trump is celebrating his 80th birthday. Obama celebrated, he was in there 8 birthdays. This is crazy. You can't make this shit up, guys.
And they're kicking off America's 250th anniversary.
Hell yeah, they are, because we
by
love
transforming the
America. If you don't, why don't you call that pastor I just showed a minute ago and said, why don't all the black people move back to Africa? He did. This black pastor was saying, let's drain them for what they got. Let's drain America. What are you going to take with you besides your clothes? You ain't taking our money. You can't take our jobs. He said, let's go. Let's all us black people that don't need to be in America, let's move to Africa. I think these ladies on The View need to call that pastor, and they need to join him and take their ass back to Africa. Even the white women on there, they need to take their ass to Africa. They sell out too. They dumb. In my opinion, they need to go with them. Yes, this is the UFC fighting ring on the east side, I believe it is, of the lawn, White House lawn. This is huge, guys. America 250 is going to be awesome.
To an Ultimate Fighting Championship extravaganza.
Hell yeah,
Several
it is.
federal agencies
Exactly.
are working every day to get things ready. And you know whose family is collaborating with the UFC chief
Wait a
Dana White
minute.
on commemorative gold and silver.
What? Well, you're so happy that what did Biden do when they celebrated? They had men out there in dresses. They had women with their boobs hanging out, trans hanging out, everything hanging out, running around the lawn. Trust me, I prefer to see what Trump is doing any day of the week on the White House lawn than what fucking Joe Biden did.
Coins that cost up to $12,000. Oh, my Lord. So, what do you expect to see on Sunday?
I have 2 of those coins, a gold one and a silver one. Dumbass.
I honestly can't believe that image is real and not AI. It does not feel real. Listen, okay, I would be totally fine with a UFC fight as part of the broader 250 celebrations for America.
It is. It ain't got that UFC fight ain't got nothing to do with Trump's birthday. Even though Trump's a fan and him and Dana White's friends, the UFC fight, this whole thing is not about Trump's birthday. This is about America 250. Yes, Trump actually gets to do what all the other presidents gets to do. He gets to celebrate his birthday in the White House just like the other presidents do. They did. All of them have got to celebrate their birthdays while they were president.
20 million subscribers on YouTube. WWE, which I realize is different, has 100 million subscribers. But the thing about seeing it on the south lawn of the White House that feels like we're in, I don't know, some alternate universe. So I looked up times in the past that there have been sporting events held at the White House. And what I could come up with, George Bush held an annual T-ball game for children.
See?
An adorable picture.
Yeah.
There were often
See?
tennis matches.
George Bush got to do it.
Roosevelt takes the cake. He actually held a boxing match and participated in it.
See?
So I'm for it, but Donald Trump
Wait a minute. Did Roosevelt held a boxing match on the White House lawn? Theodore Roosevelt? Is that what she just said? Did she just say Theodore Roosevelt held a boxing match? Look at her face. These are goofies, man.
Cake. He actually held a boxing match and participated in it.
And participated in it.
There have been sporting events held at the White House. And what I could come up with, George Bush held an annual T-ball game for children. I believe we have an adorable picture. There were often tennis matches that took place, but Teddy Roosevelt takes the cake. He actually held a boxing match and participated in it. So I'm for it, but Donald Trump has to get in the ring. I think
I'm for it if Trump has to get in the ring. Guys, don't forget to support the show.
It's fitting, considering that now.
I like that.
I just feel
God,
like
she's
in
so
this administration with how
cringe.
Congress is,
All of them
it's fitting
are.
that they're making it an official cage match, because that's how it feels every time we talk about DC. That there's like a jersey and you're on this side or this side, go, and they just like knead it out. So I'm like, make it official, put a cage around it.
But what I don't understand is why this guy thinks that the
I
way to
can't
celebrate
stand
the
this one.
250th anniversary of America, like every single thing that's getting done,
I
has to
cannot
mug
stand
up.
this lady.
Right? I mean, if it's
Oh,
the
she
passport,
makes
if it's
me
the
sick.
national park entrances, if it's now this gold coin, and there's no end to the grift from the Trump family.
grift.
They have this
So
insatiable
what?
need to monetize and make money off the American people and their own followers. They are selling this coin for $12,000.
Yes.
The
Yeah.
actual value of the
So?
gold itself, like 1 ounce of pure PF70 rated gold, if that's in fact what they're getting, is $4,500. So almost 3 times the actual worth. This is something not for tender. This is something
That's
for the
awesome. I don't have the
12,000
250 coin, but I've got the
individual
Trump
enjoyment.
gold
So you're
and
going
the
to pay
Trump
3 times
silver.
as much the amount for Trump's face on a gold coin for your individual enjoyment. If that's what brings you enjoyment, I can't help you.
You can't. I guess I understand Teddy Roosevelt with the boxing. Boxing is sort of has long been a
Oh,
gentleman's
I
sport
understand
because
Teddy
it's
Roosevelt, but I don't
the fist.
understand Trump.
But I don't know
Because you
how
got Trump derangement
MMA or
syndrome.
cage fighting is emblematic of our country.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It ain't about cage fighting.
You look at Congress.
Yeah, if you look at Congress, yeah.
That sort of reflects American culture and is celebratory. So there's that.
Well,
So
yeah, we've been fighting, battling for years. We've been in the Revolutionary War. We've had wars. We've battled. This is a battle between two people. Yes, It does represent America in my book.
Another piece that I find deeply troubling.
We know you find everything troubling when it comes to Trump, Sonny. You find that his name is troubling. You got Trump derangement syndrome so bad. You find everything about this man. He could, like he said, he could save a fucking drowning baby, and you would say he's starving the sharks. He was starving the sharks. You would find something bad to say. He'd like even what Trump said. He could cure cancer, and you would find something negative to say about it.
Deeply corrupt because Donald Trump owns stock in UFC.
So what?
This is a for-profit event on government grounds. Are the taxpayers getting some money? Are we going to get some checks for this?
You don't need
but
any.
The Trump family is.
You're
This
worth
doesn't feel
$30 million,
this feels
lady.
like you're trying to show us who we're supposed to be.
So many different
No.
ways to it, right? It's the
He's holding an event. If you like it, watch it. If you don't, turn the fucking page to, Sex in the City or some shit.
sport itself. It's the desecration, continued desecration of the White House, which belongs to all of us.
The
and
grass-
has great historical
really?
significance. I mean, they've completely torn up the grass and just, turned it into smithereens. It's
Whatever.
the grift. But it's also this kind of like
The grift.
weird.
They've all come out with this grift, and you guys ain't grifting right now. You guys ain't fear mongering people, and you guys don't grift every time you do a show.
Need and narcissism.
Every time you go on someone else's live or podcast or something, you ain't grifting. You ain't helping those Democrats grift. Those woke liberal podcasters and TV hosts and all that. You ain't helping those people grift. You telling me you're doing all this shit for free when you go on these other places? Bull crap. Bull crap.
Narcissistic dysfunction by Donald Trump of celebrating himself. It's like, did nobody celebrate you as a child? I don't think now, that's so. I want to remind people.
No, he's a businessman. It was ingrained in him to
celebrated
be a
his 80th
businessman, to
birthday in the
work.
White House. I think we have a picture with his family and loved ones and his his favorite Coke.
Oh, look at the poor mush brain. This is him celebrate. So since Joe Biden didn't have enough common sense to do something on his birthday, and all he could do was round up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people on his birthday and celebrate it. Oh, this is the way they should do. So they're saying right now, this is what Trump should do. Trump should just have his family and get a cake and celebrate his birthday, just like Joe Biden. We can't help it. Joe Biden was too stupid to host an event and do something for his birthday at the White House, but he still got to celebrate his birthday at the White House. He chose that. Joe Biden chose to do this, have cake in his family. So if Trump decides to do more than that, that's on Trump. That's what Trump decides to do.
Because he doesn't need people bowing down to him,
he
telling him
doesn't.
how great he is.
It ain't bowing down. It ain't telling him how great he is. You act like y'all don't celebrate birthdays. Y'all act like y'all are not millionaires and you're not having big ass parties and celebration your parties. These people are so too flipped and sided. Rules for thee, but not for me, huh? Yeah, they get to do, but we don't.
And buying his image and
They're
every
pathetic,
single
man.
moment. It's kind of
These people are
If you looked
pathetic.
in for like the UFC fight or whatever, there's so many amazing things. I keep seeing advertisements of the shows that people are putting on. I know Disney's doing one because I got to be a part of it, but honoring really the legacy that is America. It's a young country. It was built on the backs of so many.
Exactly.
To watch the
And the
story.
grandkids are just hoping for a
There's a
cut.
beautiful thing here, and I think whenever I talk about Donald Trump, it taints it a little bit for me or a lot. So I try to look other places to the people and the faces and the workers, and just there was so much good stuff that I can't give away that day to a cage match.
Well, again, this cage match is not July.
Ugh.
Oh, good.
It's not on
It's to
July.
celebrate his birthday.
It's his birthday.
His birthday. Oh, God.
Yes, and then tacked on to this is also, and we're celebrating America's 250th. But this is his birthday.
Because that's the thing, the 250 celebrations, there's so much cool stuff happening around the country. Go to a national park, look up what's going on in your community. Disney's doing awesome stuff. I think all of us have something
Disney.
to
They have to promote Disney, don't they? They just said Disney like 4 times. They have to promote Disney. Got to make sure they throw in that woke shit from Disney.
right? This may not be for all of us. I have no issue personally with UFC. If you opt into it and you enjoy watching that, it's really just the
Well,
way
you
how-
call yourself a Republican and a conservative. You shouldn't have any problem with it, lady. But you're two-faced like shit. And your personality's ugly as hell. And I love these new headphones. They're awesome.
Yeah, I'm just like, can you all remind me? Didn't he last year celebrate his birthday with like a military,
An army parade.
parade
The
of
parade of the army.
So what? He's the president. Why don't you run for president, Anna Navarro? And I said your name. Why don't you run for president? And then you can celebrate your birthday in the White House however you see fit. If you want to have cake and ice cream with just your family, like Mushbrain Biden did, That's your problem. If you want to have a military parade, if you want to have goofballs there, you can do it.
Up the whole, tore up the street.
This is not being done for us.
No.
None of this.
Okay.
The arch, the ballroom, the dishes.
Nothing Trump does is for the
None of this
American
is
people.
done-
They act like Trump is going to take this shit with him when he leaves. Like he's having that big arch built and stuff. What's he going to do? Take it to Mar-a-Lago when he leaves the White House after his president's done? You think he's going to take it with him? It is for the American people. It's for America. These ladies, thank God, I tell you, they're so like. I wonder what they're going to do the day it comes when Trump leaves office. The celebration they're going to do. Let's see how big that celebration is, ladies, that you're going to do when Trump leaves, when he's no longer president, he leaves the White House. How are you going to celebrate? Because you're saying right now he doesn't have the right to celebrate as his birthday in the White House. You're complaining because he's got more style than Joe Biden and Obama. You're complaining and bitching because he can do it better, and he does do it better.
For us, none of this. Yeah. And it is up to us to figure out where we stand on that. Because if we don't stand together, we're going to find ourselves with another.
We're going to fall for anything. Stupid. Some people are just. Oh yeah, this is where they asked Jerry Seinfeld.
What up? Can we get a free Palestine?
Can we get a free Palestine?
Can we get a free Palestine? Come on, give us one free Palestine.
It doesn't exist.
Oh, you hear that? It doesn't exist. This dude got his feelings hurt. Look, yeah. Damn. Homeboy got his feelings hurt big time.
Can we get a free Palestine? Can we get a free Palestine?
Did you see that? Damn, that dude got his feelings hurt big time, didn't he? Did you see the look on his face?
Come on, give us one free Palestine.
It doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist. Look at that look. Now that's either got his whole world view crushed in 5 seconds, or he's looking at him like, yeah, motherfucker, I got you. I got you now. I'm going to do something to you. Look at that look. And these people are laughing at him. Look, these guys back here in the background are laughing at this dude like, you a fucking idiot, man.
You got all that? You got all that? You got all that?
You got all that? You got all that? You got all that? So he said it. So what? You act like that was a gotcha moment. Who cares? Jerry Seinfeld's been open, very much open about that shit. He don't give a fuck. He's got millions of dollars. He's a billionaire, probably. He don't give a shit about you, dude, on the street asking him a question. You think you can tarnish his reputation? There's no way.
There we go. There we go.
Here we go. Here we go.
Oh my God, that was a fucking insane clip. Oh my God, that was an insane clip.
Oh my God, oh my God.
He said it doesn't exist. Seinfeld. Oh, insane clip. Yo, let's lock in, bro. We gotta get everything.
You gotta get everything.
I'll hit him? Yeah. Yeah. It was Jerry Seinfeld and Larry David. Yo, I should ask Larry David. I should ask his ass too. Why would you
These
say
dudes
no, leave me alone,
just feed
man.
for shit.
What's the
Just stupidity.
What up?
This is what I'd do. I'd keep running. I'd keep going. Fuck these protesters. Honestly, I don't care. I'm the kind of guy. Look here, you're gonna stand in my fucking way, dude. You're gonna get run over. You're gonna get hurt, brother. Don't stand in my way. I can't stand these woke ass retards.
Searching through intelligence community holdings and files. Today, I'm releasing new evidence of longstanding U.S. government funding of more than 120 biolabs in over 30 countries. Now, these biolabs include labs in places like Ukraine, which could be at risk of compromise due to the ongoing Russia-Ukraine war. In fact, the intelligence community had previously warned that a U.S.-funded biolab in Ukraine likely housed dangerous pathogens and remained vulnerable to longstanding threats of Russian attack, seizure, or damage. Now, until now, evidence regarding the full existence and funding of these laboratories had been knowingly withheld from you, the American people. Many of these U.S. government-funded biolabs are currently or have previously engaged in research using hazardous and highly contagious pathogens, and in some cases included dangerous gain-of-function research with very little visibility or oversight. Now, President Trump clearly understands the serious threat dangerous gain-of-function research poses to the American people. And this is why he took decisive action over a year ago. On May 25th, 2025, he signed an executive order to end federal funding of gain-of-function research around the world.
Good.
Here at ODNI, I issued new guidance to the intelligence community directing increased collection on these laboratories and facilities overseas. And we're already seeing the results of this increased collection. We're learning new details, for example, on clinical trials that are underway at these facilities and that are raising significant ethical, financial, and security concerns regarding the supposed public health initiatives and U.S. national security. Now, despite the obvious potential for catastrophic global impact that research on dangerous pathogens in biolabs can have, politicians and so-called health professionals like Dr. Fauci, as well as entities within the Biden administration's national security team, lied repeatedly to the American people about the existence of U.S.-funded and supported biolabs. Not only did they lie, they threatened those who attempted to expose the truth. So this release today breaks new ground, as the information surrounding the existence, history, locations, and funding of these U.S.-funded biolabs has been intentionally covered up by very powerful people who falsely claimed that these biolabs didn't exist. Now, they accuse anyone who says otherwise.
The Babylon Bee, great freaking channel. We ask AI to simulate what would happen if AOC was forced to learn economics. Limited time offer, yeah.
But this Sunday, the White House is celebrating you know whose 80th birthday, and they're
presidential candidate Hunter Biden.
Uh-oh.
2028. Come on, Hunter.
Potential candidate 2028.
More buzz out there than you got the president of the United States, Donald Trump, talking about your candidacy for president of the United States.
I had to give you a break for just one day at least. Look, here's the deal. I'll run, but only as your VP, because the truth of the matter is the vice president's residence is a lot cooler. It's a lot easier job too.
You would know since the bad shit you've done in there. So,
Drew Anthony, Kayla, you're cowards. You wouldn't even show up for your son's sentencing or victim statement impact. You abandoned your kid. You left him there. I guess he's no more use to you because you can't get any more GoFundMe money or GoSend money.
GoSend.
You are grifters. You should be ashamed of yourself. You raised that child, and I swear to God, CPS for sure, check on those other 3 that you still have. You never once admitted or took accountability.
Yeah.
You tried to play victim. The real victim is the one who died, not the one who shoved a knife in his chest. I come to pray with you and show the world we can close the gap of this
He did. He did. He showed up. He tried to do some things. He did. Let's see. It's wild, man. He tried. Austin Metcalf's dad speaks out finally. TGIF. Let's see if we can do some different changes around here.
Divide. And what'd you do? You widen the gap even further. You hire a convicted baby-shaking felon who's only in it for the money, who gives you bad advice, kicks me out of a press conference.
Dude.
Oh, funny. I was somewhere I wasn't supposed to be. But
I'll say again.
I didn't stab anyone.
These freaking headphones are awesome. These brand new ones I just got today. Man. My other ones, they were huge. They had the big wires coming up top. They were comfortable, but they wasn't as comfortable. They were more like a leather pleather around here, around the headphones, and they made my ears sweat. These, I don't have that issue with them. There's no issue with these. These are awesome, man. These are freaking it says they're legends. Yeah. Like I said, once again, I will say the Telemann freaking headphone set, not a sponsor, guys. I just bought these. You get what you pay for. You do. These are the TI-660X, the high resolution audio. It is. They have a high. Man, they're comfortable. They come with an extra set of foam, white foams. I'm telling you, I don't. How long am I into this stream? I just changed them out and put an hour. I'm an hour into this stream. No issues. This is leather up here. It's awesome, man. It feels good. These are brand new. They swivel any which way you want them to go. Both sides, man. They're comfortable as hell. Like I said, no relation to the company, no sponsor, nothing like that. Yes, Austin Metcalf's dad speaks out. He's mad. He ain't been able to speak about this case for a year. His son is gone.
And then you proceeded to gaslight me with
He
your
has the
convicted
right
felon,
to.
quote, advocate? Minister? Minister of what? Minister irrelevant?
Called the
Minister of-
police on him. Yeah.
How about Minister F you?
Yeah, he's mad, man. He's pissed off. I mean, can you blame the man? Honestly, guys, I don't. Not the racial stuff. I don't care for that stuff. But what I'm saying is, you know, he's pissed off, man, because he lost his son. You know, let's go over here and see what they're doing down here. Good for him. I have to say I would say way worse, this guy says in the comments. Jeff speaking facts, parents who abandon their kids when it's no longer convenient, don't deserve sympathy. Glad he's calling it out. Carmelo deserves better. Yeah, better parents. He told no lies. Stop raising bullies. Maybe your son would be here, that one says. See, I just don't read just certain ones. I'll read them all. Let's see what these comments say. These comments. Jeff appeared on Sarah Fields. Okay, let's see. Jeff grief is real, but calling a grieving father cowards and slurs. Okay. Won't bring Austin back. Praying for healing on both sides. This one says more like Austin's dad is a R-word piece of shit who raised his son. Okay, to be no, he didn't. There was no justification for him stabbing him and unliving him. First of all, and like the defense is, you know, the defense, self-defense stuff in Texas is different from Florida, Tennessee. You know, yes, you got to stand your ground, but a lot of different codes and things can go into self-defense. Now, listen, if Austin Metcalf had pulled a knife or pulled a weapon or a stick or something, I could see the defense side of it, self-defense. And then the black kid pulled the knife and did what he did. I can see the self-defense. Even if he pushed him, that's not called in Texas. There's a law. That's not called for you to pull a knife and unalive somebody. Dude, you punch him in the mouth or you walk away. You want to go fist to fist? Fine. I mean, the black kid, Carmelo, already had his hand in his backpack. He knew what he was going to do. I'm surprised they didn't get him with premeditated, to be honest with you. And he got 35 years. In my opinion, he should have got life. Not because of the color, but because he unalived. He murdered another kid. Because at the end of the day, no matter what the parents say, what the judges say, what the jury says, what the lawyers say, at the end of the day, when it comes down to it, one kid killed another. One kid murdered another one. One is alive, one is dead. Like I said, I could see the self-defense if the Metcalf boy pulled a weapon or was beating him with a stick or a chair or a weapon. I can understand self-defense. But calling this self-defense because you came into their space and said, I will do something to you, you lay your hands on, I mean, come on. There was no call for it. Let's see what this picture is. New York Post says Carmelo Anthony claims he can't afford a lawyer for appeal despite pocketing $625,000 after murder conviction. Exactly. So he couldn't afford. And someone said, "No, Texas looks like they done this to slavery. They did it. He looks like he's going to slavery camp or he's going to be on a cotton farm." No, he ain't. I'll tell you, I've been to prison, not in Texas, but I've been to prison. And when you go in there, you strip your clothes up, you strip down, they give you boxers. They ask you what your size is. You stand there in a cell with a door open with women, guard, everybody walking by butt fucking naked until they give you clothes. They give you a razor. They give you clippers. If you're a violent offender, they will do it for you. If you refuse, they will hold you down and do it for you. They give you clippers and say, shave your face, shave your hair, your beard, I know. And I'll tell you how I know. And I'm telling you, I've been there. Right here. That's what let me hide that number. Right there is mine. When I went in there, I had to clip my hair. I had to shave my beard. Right there. I know. Unless it is your religion for your beard, they cut you down. It don't matter if you're white, black, whatever. That's the truth. That's the truth. Hello. Can you hear me? Post. Sabrina Carpenter. That dude's look, there's some Bob Marley right there. That dude's a joke. I think this dude's an idiot.
Organization
These are some
combing the desert.
dudes. TMZ's woke as shit. Y'all know that, right?
On the next TMZ.
Yeah, y'all know TMZ's like woke is a joke. They're a joke. TMZ. I mean, they do great work. They find the best posts. People sell them all kinds of shit. But they're a joke. Here, let's see what she's saying.
Many celebrities in Madison Square Garden cheering the Knicks on a historic victory on what?
Look at that nasty white trash. See, I'll call white trash out just as well as I will anybody else. I don't care who you are. I mean, I'd let her give me a BJ.
We only need one more, y'all. One more. We only need one more, y'all. One more.
A black person. Look at these two black women worshiping Taylor Swift. A white girl. But then they turn around and say, we stand with the black people. We to hell with the white people. But they got these white best friends sitting on this panel right here, don't they? And they say all this race shit. But Sonny Holston is the biggest racist of them all. And they're sitting here, look at Taylor Swift. We love Taylor Swift. A white girl. Well, a white girl. But see, the black guys, the Democrat or the goofies in the black community, they defend these Democrat and these woke and these dumb ideology shit, but they won't call out their own people like this because they ghetto ratchet. You know what I mean? They won't call them out. They won't call out the ghetto people. Like, I don't care if Sonny Holston or Whoopi's got millions of dollars, they're still ghetto. They act one way and then in another place they act a different way. Oh, we love the white Taylor Swift. We love the white Taylor. Oh, we fucking love, no, we stand with it. You know, they full of shit. They full of shit. And this is the way I talk. If you don't like it, kick fucking rocks. This is the way I speak. It irritates me because there's some common sense people I know that's black. And they call this shit out every day. These goofies doing this.
Just let's take a second.
Look at them. They love Taylor Swift. But then they say, Black Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter. We all black, you know.
And yeah, one more, y'all, one more. Okay, 1, 2, 3. One more, y'all, one more. Okay. Yes. So as I said,
one more what?
Yes. But
Idiot.
as I said, you know, Taylor was there. And she was
See, looking at him. Let's act ghetto. Let's act ghetto. Let's act ghetto. Even though I'm educated and I got millions of dollars, let's act ghetto. See what I mean? They only do it when it benefits them. You think I'm just talking crazy about these black people or women? I'm speaking the truth. I'm calling them out on their bullshit. Look at the way they're acting. Look at them.
And according to TMZ,
They only do it when it benefits them. Just like all the black people that came out for Carmelo Anthony out there acting ghetto in the parking lot, cussing every white person out, acting stupid as shit, threatening people. All you got to do is go look up the videos. You'll see, especially that one guy calling everybody white crackers and they should all be, you know, unalived. And the best white crackers is unalive, you know, is a dirt cracker, you know, and all this. But where's the uprising about that? You don't see us burning cities down. You don't see us out there saying that shit. Because we have more common sense. And of course, I'm not speaking on every black person. Of course, those ones will be triggered. I was triggered over a word. Really? Because it just got said 1,000 times before I got up here and while I was up here. But you triggered and you never said one thing about it until the white boy got up and said something and called out the bullshit that's going on. And then you got triggered. Fuck it. Give me a break. Give me a fucking break.
They booked that as their wedding venue on July.
Exactly why I
That's what
can't
they
take
said.
any of you people serious.
But do you believe that's where they're going to get married? Do you think that's just
When I say you people, I mean you people I was talking to.
I love the garden. We all love the garden.
We love the garden. We all love the garden. Look, they idolize this one right here. Even though he's,
turning that into a wedding venue.
Partially
Like,
white.
So much to make it look like a
Think about
wedding
who you're
venue.
talking about.
Okay, well, she
Only when it
doesn't have to
benefits
make
them,
sure
though.
Rainforest.
Your guests are going to use the bathrooms there. You're going to go to the concession lines. It's deflection. I think she's going to go somewhere.
Yeah.
No, ceremony treat. I actually would like that. Go get some popcorn. No, I bet she's going somewhere intimate. I personally think, like, having been married in the last 5 years, you kind of want a smaller wedding. You want a chance to actually love and enjoy time with every person there. 1,000-person wedding.
You actually want this and that and this and
When Trump
that.
showed up, they lost, and when Taylor showed up, they won. So she got.
You know what? Somebody was saying yesterday in the chat, said, we knew he was a troll. Just look at his emoji. I'm not a troll. I go on those panels all the time. If you don't like that one, you sure as hell won't like this one then, will you?
I will say, well, she's got good juju in the Madison Square Garden.
Who doesn't have good juju?
I like the Joker. I'll just be honest. I like comics. Here, let's try this one here.
Right? It was all over the internet. But
If
I will
I'm
say
such
that
a
who
troll.
get married, like, at a place that feels like work, right? Like,
Yeah.
But I did a deep dive some investigative work on
You
this.
did it, really? You
Apparently,
actually read? You did a deep dive You actually investigated something?
A way for her to track down a leaker that she has in her camp.
You won't investigate
So,
real shit that we talk about, though, do you? Because you know it's true. You know that you can't speak on things we talk about because we speak the truth on shit.
There are leakers in her camp. Thank you, everyone.
Planting false stories to find
Thank you, everyone. Look at her, the way she acts. She's silly.
And with enough money, you can turn anything into a beautiful wedding venue.
A barn is beautiful.
No, but this was like, it didn't look like a barn when they were done with it because there was draping and flowers and chandeliers and all sorts of things. And you rent bathrooms.
So they praise a white girl over her wedding and all these people in this shit. But then they dog Donald Trump because he's throwing a birthday party for himself because he's turning 80. Because all presidents get to do that while they're in the White House. While they're president, they get to throw a birthday. We can't help it. Like I said, I can't help it that President Trump does everything better than Obama and Biden.
Have you ever been to a Florida Georgia game?
Oh, yeah.
They bring chandeliers to a parking lot.
If they do it at the Madison Square Garden,
They bring chandeliers to a ball game. So
what?
what? These people are so ass back. Let's see
Rest
what
over
she's got
his
to
church
say.
stunt in Minneapolis. He's since called you racist,
Nicki
unhinged,
Minaj.
homophobic, and out of your depth. Anything you'd like to say to Don Lemon?
Oh, he's
Cocksucker, stop.
exactly. He's an idiot.
Fuck Austin. Glad your ass dead.
Piece of shit.
Yeah.
Mad as a motherfucker. Free Carmelo. And fuck that nigga. Good thing he is dead. Shoulda go dig his ass up and beat his ass again. Did stab him again. The fuck? I don't give a fuck. I don't care how much backlash I get. None of that shit. I'm pissed off because I'm tired of us.
You're pissed off?
Tired of us having
Really?
to take the heat from this shit. Tired of us having to get a guilty charge. Tired of us.
I'm tired of
having to
killers
let them
getting
get
a
away
guilty
with murder,
charge.
But yet when we do
Yeah.
it's a problem.
Tired of a murderer getting put in prison.
Austin, fuck his family, and I hope they get this message and have a fuck up day in here, Austin. I hope you over there burning up.
And they
bitch.
wonder why people
Wow.
say the things and review
can't make
things
this
they
stuff up.
review. No, you
This is
can't.
the face of modern racism.
Yeah, you
Not
can't make
hoods
this shit up,
and
man.
burning crosses, but some clown celebrating a dead teenager because of his skin color.
Just
Then
like the
crying
woke
system is
liberals
unfair
celebrating
when the
Charlie
murderer
Kirk's death.
actually gets punished.
Yeah.
He keeps saying they did this to us. Bro, us is the problem. Us is the reason a kid is in the ground and you're throwing a party. Keep crying about the 35 years. Meanwhile, normal people are glad a killer is off the streets. Period.
Exactly.
Sorry your racial martyrdom got interrupted by actual evidence and a jury that didn't buy the bullshit. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments section.
What's going
Pea
on?
shooter. That's smaller than what he was
Yeah,
shooting.
whatever
a while
he's
ago.
shooting at.
Police
That's
did
a different
respond to
vehicle.
an
That's a different
active
vehicle.
shooter in Midland, Texas. Yeah. 2 hours ago.
All right, that's enough for me. I'm just standing target right here.
Not way out here.
Let's go up here and see what all he's put on his thing today. Yeah.
Y'all stupid ass white motherfuckers need to shut the fuck up with y'all dumb ass, okay? Because just that's the only thing y'all dumb ass motherfuckers know how to do. Y'all can't fight. Y'all can't win a motherfucking war. Y'all can't do shit. All y'all motherfuckers know how to do is fucking practice the motherfucking English language that's repetitive on words and words that sound the fucking same. So
She's
how about
serious
your
right
gay ass? Because all y'all motherfuckers is gay, okay? Because y'all the one who started that LGBT shit. And don't forget, y'all had intercourse
Really?
with the black
Have you been to
men
Atlanta?
and turned them out.
Wait a minute.
Okay?
Have you? No, white people didn't do that. Have you been to Atlanta? Because that ain't nothing but black gays.
They're trying to talk about
Y'all throw secret gay parties and don't tell your wives. Y'all say it's poker parties. We're going to play poker or spades or whatever y'all play. And y'all really fucking each other.
What? Most of them fucking kids is in fucking orphanages and shit, and fucking child.
Well, you know what? I'd rather my kid live
or one of
and
them
be in a
CPS,
foster
something
care
like that.
than
Let's be
deleting
fucking honest. Y'all
every
some weak
fucking
motherfuckers.
baby that y'all have.
Y'all bend people over and take they innocence. Y'all the first fucking murderers on the fucking planet. The first one. Y'all taught everybody how to do all this bullshit. The gay shit, killing.
No, exactly why we're the real. Let me just
And
shut
I know
up.
some white little hillbilly raggedy motherfuckers
I
that
ain't
don't
going.
even know how to read or motherfucker speak.
Really? Don't know how to read?
So what the fuck is
Feels
y'all
like you
talking
don't
about?
even know how to think logically. You
All right,
can't
I'm not
articulate
sure
a
if
fucking
this is
conversation. Look
parody
at you
or
sweating.
not.
Because you ain't
She
got no
can't be
fucking air
serious,
conditioning.
right? She's literally describing black people to a T. But just in case it's not, the audacity of this parasite talking about karma and payback while living in a nation white men built, fought for, and died to free her ancestors in. Without us, you'd be in some African shithole chasing goats and dying of malaria. Show some damn gratitude instead of this tired victim. Check this shit out.
And I can make the decision. You can do everyone. Yeah, I'm making a decision. I don't know. No. I don't know. This is what we're affected.
What the hell?
Who brought this resolution? The original. Original? Something, bro. No. Anyway, you can back them here. My question is No. He's speaking. He's speaking right now. I am speaking. Excuse me. I have done enough of your behavior. Your behavior is very bad. Okay. Because you
Durkas.
disrespectful man.
Bunch of durkas that I said I don't like coming to this country. Hell no. Get these motherfuckers out of here.
This is you are my
Riding in on with their wives and their the goats. I mean,
What the fuck did I just watch?
I don't know. Dude in the middle's like
Absolute
fucking just laying in his
circus
seat like I
out
don't
of
give a
Michigan.
shit what y'all
Bunch of
say.
Mohammeds screaming over each other in broken English, turning a city council meeting into a third world bazaar.
Well,
this is what happens when you let non-natural born imports run your local government.
Exactly.
This video right here is a perfect example why we need rules in place to limit all elected offices to U.S. citizens only.
Yep.
Natural.
I agree. SpaceX, you got some. What is she doing?
An update from Right Angle News Network. The migrant woman who was recorded yesterday celebrating and reenacting the attempted beheading of an Irishman in Belfast has been arrested by police in Northern Ireland. Good. Now deport her back to the third world hellhole that she came from.
Exactly.
Bye.
Look, she did it again. Look.
So we got an update from Right Angle News Network.
Yeah,
the migrant
that's
woman who was
crazy.
recorded yesterday celebrating and reenacting the attempted beheading of an Irishman in Belfast has been arrested by police in Northern Ireland.
Yeah.
Good. Now deport her back to the third world hell.
Yeah, no shit. Look at this. Look at these kids. This is sick.
This is America. Guess which city and state?
Texas?
Just guess. I'll give you two guesses, but you're probably only going to need one.
Kindergarten graduation class.
Yeah. We're being replaced. This is America.
That's crazy.
Years old, and we live in a cruel world.
Listen to this bullshit.
This day and time, the world has always been cruel, but today even more. It was self-defense. It was fuck around and find out. You fuck with the right person and you found out. Sorry it had to be that way.
Wow.
You should have never fucked with that little boy. And like I said, I have a 10-year-old son, and he goes outside, but I make sure he always has something on him to protect him, whether it's a cell phone, a stock of batteries, whatever I give him for protection, to protect himself, because he should be able to go outside and play like a normal kid without some little Billy, Bob, or Jimmy coming to fuck with him.
So you live in a white neighborhood then? That's what you're saying? Or you live in the country?
Stop messing with people.
Because I don't know any Jim Bob or Billy Bob that lives in the fucking city.
Because
they in the country
now,
or they're in the white suburbs, lady.
Dude ain't even here no more. But that's his own fault. I don't know.
What a hellhole piece of crap. Here's the thing. You know what I gave my daughters for self-defense? When they were in one's still in high school. Do you know what I gave them to carry? Which they've carried, 9 MMs and stuff since they've been shooting since they were 22s and all kinds of stuff. And they carry now that they're older. Here's the thing. Do you know what I gave them? I didn't give them a knife. You don't know what I gave them? I gave them a thing of mace. Non-lethal. Why? Because they're my daughters, and I didn't want any boys or any other girls messing with them, especially boys or grown men or anything. I gave them mace. They carried a cell phone. So I didn't give them a knife. I didn't say, here, make sure you do something bad whenever, if somebody confronts you or decides to, unless it's a man or a boy trying to, then you spray them in the eyes with mace.
Newsman, you like Newsmax. I like it too. Newsman, you like News.
So let's see what they got.
Or Carmelo Anthony out there against security advice or whatever it may be. It's because Carmelo is all of our babies. Nick, I had to leave yesterday because
I just want some opinions on what y'all think.
I always tell somebody.
What do y'all think
Carmelo
about these
like
people saying this shit,
to me.
man?
I know Carmelo.
Let me know in the
Most
chat.
people know him as a hashtag and a name. I know that baby. I sit at dinner tables with them.
He's gonna be treated like a baby, all right.
You know what I mean? It ain't it's not a show for me. It's not a clickbait. Kayla and Andrew is like a brother and sister to me. We're locked in forever.
Well, maybe you should have gave them some better
advice.
advice.
Not a client, that's my family.
Maybe you should have done something better.
This precious boy, I know that heart.
Maybe you should
I sat down, broke bread and
really
video games or whatever it may be, I told somebody earlier today
as a spokesman
I'm not
for the attorney family.
Focusing on me.
Why didn't you tell them to get if you're so close to them? Why didn't you tell if you're so close to them?
Doesn't even matter.
Why didn't you tell them to get a new defense attorney, brother?
Was railroaded.
They had all that money. And they hired a $50 lawyer.
Transparency and so.
What a joke.
Reparations for having curly hair now. Like, shut up. It is ridiculous. And I find it, when I saw that clip, I was like, walk away, Sage, walk away. And of course
I've been waiting for the cartel family to make their assessment.
A random black dude in Florida going and attacking a random white guy and accusing him of being on the jury that convicted Carmelo, even though that's in Texas.
Exactly. And this dude's in Florida. This dude's in Florida. Yeah.
No, he wasn't. Seriously. No, he wasn't.
How do you go from Florida to Texas? Yeah. That's what I want to know.
He's a vet. He's a vet. He ain't been on drugs.
He's a veteran. Dude, I'd have got up and knocked that that dude out. You understand? How do you go from Florida and become a jury guy on the jury in Texas? That's not allowed. First of all, when they call a juror, they send out papers to the local people in that county. They don't send out jury duty across the country for people to come and be a juror. This is how ignorant this dude right here is.
All right, so I
like these guys, man. They conservative. They talk common sense. They joke. They laugh. They have a good show. It's funny.
Crazy video of a random black dude in Florida going and attacking a random white guy and accusing him of being on the jury that convicted Carmelo, even though that's in Texas.
Yeah.
Hey, what you on jury selection?
That's crazy.
No, he wasn't.
What you on jury selection?
He was on jury selection.
What kind of shit is that, bro?
He ain't been on jury selection.
You gonna die.
He in Florida, man.
You on jury? When you on jury?
He's in Florida, man.
You was on jury selection? Oh, not for Anthony, not for Carmelo Anthony. Oh, it might be. I thought you was on jurisdiction for.
No, you did. You know damn better than that. You just wanted to hit a white dude.
That was a real scholar, right?
Can you click that video again, just real quick? Just click it.
Streets.
Wow, he put where he graduated.
Yeah,
from,
the streets.
Y'all
Yeah.
already know. I'm trapping. So
And these guys right here are track stars. These guys went to college for track stars. These guys right here are runners, just like Carmelo Anthony and motherfucking Austin Metcalf. They were there for track meets. These guys right here, the Cartier family guys, these guys, they went to college for their track stuff. Ask one of these guys if they if they did anything crazy at a track meet. Ask them.
Freaking stand-up guy.
Come on,
he's
guys.
a scholar. He was going to grow up and go to Harvard, and he was going to invent things.
These guys were
He was going to
actually
be a
track
scholar, but it was just that white supremacy. He didn't have no chance, and it was because of that white supremacy why he had to go and do that for Carmelo.
And this right here is crazy, and there's gonna be probably some more of this guy.
Logic should always override emotions.
This is
especially
crazy.
in the real world. The real world don't give a shit how you feel.
Oh, random veteran. But when we got leaders,
Nope.
guys, we got
Yeah, you
leaders
got
defending
Jasmine
it.
Crockett,
Can we see
leaders.
another one of her real quick.
Saying
Not just
some
defending
shit.
it, but attacking the family of the kid who died. Imagine if the roles were reversed.
She's like top notch in the
High
community,
ranking.
man. This is what they thinking.
Black women,
losing her
especially
job.
black women who have
Bottom of the
black
feeding barrel.
male children, live in
Pathetic.
fear and agony every single day.
Why?
I'll
Fear
talk
and
about
agony.
this
that I
case
promise
on
you,
my own channel if I
Metcalf
want
probably
to.
never spent a day.
Who are you to say
living
I
that way.
can't?
There it is.
And we're gonna have just some real conversations about race in this country.
Oh boy, yes we are, because y'all are showing who is really racist now, saying that a family that just lost a child doesn't know
Exactly.
anything about
My
agony.
point,
That's why I
if
said, she
you,
got children.
my
How
point
she
from
gonna speak for
yesterday,
them?
who was
don't
the
know
real
black
racist, me or the black
Black people don't know right now that they're hurting themselves. They're hurting the argument of the violence, and just I'm sorry, they're hurting the IQ argument.
I just said a few things that was not racist, was nothing bad, and they outed themselves.
You guys are hurting yourselves. White people don't want to live around us. They don't like when they come in our neighborhood. Well, brother, look what y'all just defended.
But I think a lot of that too is people don't have any of the facts. They're just going off what all the people who look like them say, and they know if you go against that, well, it'll be bad.
Exactly.
What is Jasmine motive right here? You
See,
know,
now Jasmine, that's a
get
good
it.
point.
I really don't get it. She don't get no points from that. She gets points from the black community. But if she says it, that's why my argument here is done. That the black community agrees with it. The black community agrees with this if Jasmine says it, because all she does shit is for PR.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
you wanna
She
keep
does it
the,
for
the
PR.
black community in your pocket. You got to say shit they agree with.
35 years for a kid who had decided to go under a tent that was not his team's tent as it was raining.
Exactly.
And
Was
simply
not
didn't want to
his
be put out in the
team's
rain by
tent.
some random kid that he didn't know. Who
Had
was
nothing to
larger
do with
than
it.
him.
Yeah, he should have
Listen,
been there.
a lot of people don't know what it is to live as a black person in this country, but
Oh,
just
here we
like
go
you
with
give the
this
benefit of the
shit.
doubt to so
Here we
many
go with
police
this.
officers when they go
I'm
out
a
and they
white
shoot
guy,
some
and I
black
know what it's
unarmed
like
person,
to live as a
even though
black
they are trained,
in the
the
black
fact that there was
neighborhood.
little
I
to
know
no
what
mercy
it's like
seen
growing up in the
or
hood.
humanity seen
I don't act
when this
good.
black boy said that I was scared.
I grew up
The
in the housing
humanity scene.
project
What about the
in the 80s.
humanity of Austin Metcalf's family? What about that?
In the black
Is that
community.
human to take another human's life? Don't talk about humanity.
She didn't mention
Don't
Talking
mention
about
that.
people
All
don't
the
know
things-
what
you
it's
can be
like. Yeah,
scared
we
of a
do.
bigger
There's
person.
poor
Does that mean
white
you can
people
kill
just
them
well,
just
there
because you're
was
scared of a
poor
person
black
bigger than you?
No.
in the housing project.
But like,
in the ghetto.
there's people who are bigger than them. That's like that happens in life.
In the black community. Now there is a different black community.
Okay, guys, y'all missed an opportunity of a lifetime.
My
last time we
uncle
did this event.
and my
This is just
aunt
June alone, and I've
They
learned
was
everything I
married
know
for
from
40
this free event.
motherfucking years.
win.
Lived in the black community. They owned their own home. There was actually homes, not housing projects. There was homes. And they lived in the black community. And I visited them many times and hung out, stayed weekends. But I lived in the ghetto, the housing projects. I grew up in the housing projects. East Nashville, South 606. I still remember the damn house number, the project number. Sleeping on concrete, surrounded by concrete. Can't tell me. I know where I come from.
QQQ, and I owe it all to the skills that I learned in this free event, guys.
So do we. And we know this.
They believe the justice system should do with a push and a killing. That is concerning.
A Texas jury found 19-year-old Carmelo Anthony guilty of murdering 17-year-old Austin Metcalf in April of 2025 during a high school track meet in Frisco, Texas. He was just sentenced to 35 years in prison. And to lay this all out for you, due to the rain, there was bad weather. The track events were delayed that day. And Anthony, a Centennial High School student, sought shelter under a Memorial High School tent. Moments later, an argument broke out, and Anthony was asked repeatedly to leave that tent. One witness claimed Anthony responded by calling the group a name before he reached into his backpack saying, quote, "Touch me and see what happens," end quote. After some shoving, Anthony pulled out a pocket knife and stabbed Metcalf in the chest, piercing his heart. Prosecutors argued that the killing was a provoked and unjustified murder. They called 21 witnesses. The defense argued it was self-defense. Carmelo Anthony did not testify in his own defense. Immediately after the jury's decision, protesters gathered outside claiming...
I think that was a big mistake. For him not to testify, I think he could have gained a little bit of sympathy, maybe from the jury, if he would have testified. I mean, honestly, guys, I think he could have just, I really do. I think he could have gained some sympathy from the jury if he would have got up there and testified and cried a little bit and apologized, you know. I really do. I believe he could have gained some kind of sympathy. I don't know about y'all, but I believe it. I believe he could have gained some. You tell me. Let me know in the chat. What do you think? Do you think he could have gained some sympathy if he would have testified? Do you think his defense attorney? I think they were grifters. Even the parents are grifters. I think that's why they're on a tour right now, going to podcasts, to the Breakfast Club, going to these different live streamers and these podcasters on YouTube and Rumble and places. I believe they're grifters. They're wanting more money raised. They already said Charleston White done said he's donating $75,000 to their defense team for the appeal. It's crazy. I don't even think they're going to approve the appeal because they grifted, man. They left him. They said, you're guilty of murder. They jumped up and ran out the courtroom, not crying. They come out smiling and all this shit, got in the car. Didn't even go back for the sentencing. That's some bullshit. How do you think your parent, if you're sitting there, a 19-year-old kid, and your parents, your mama, especially your mama, gets up and leaves, and it ain't even going to sit around and listen to what they give you, what kind of sentence they give you, and they run out on you, how would you feel? I would feel like, damn, they don't love me. You know what I mean? They just left my ass. They didn't even want to hear how much time I was going to get. And a lot of people saying, well, they probably already knew they were going to give him that much time. No, they didn't. They could have gave that boy 5 years. They didn't know. The parents didn't know that. They went straight out to grifting, man. They're hitting all these podcasts and all these shows, trying to get the country to feel sorry for them because their boy went to prison. Well, guess what? The other boy's in the ground.
This was the latest example of Black lives not mattering.
Well, what this process did is shown that Black lives do not matter in Collin County. Well, what this process did is shown that Black lives do not matter in Collin County. This trial showed that it put emotions over the law. After Trayvon Martin and so many countless names, it has shown us that Black life is not safe in Collin County.
Minister Dominique Alexander is the man that you just heard from in that video. He is a spokesman for the Anthony family.
Yeah, he's the one that said he knew the family. Well, why didn't you give him better advice? Why didn't you, if you knew the defense lawyer, was you grifting for the lawyer? They hired a $50 lawyer, man, when they had $600 and something thousand. They could have spent $200K and still had money left over. They could have spent $100,000 on a defense team and done better than the lawyer did.
It's nice to
minister, bro. He's a minister with all the mugshots.
Yeah, mugshots.
You know, they do their lens, brother.
Who's
they
going to
about
his
Trayvon
church?
Martin, and they thought that the Austin brother could have been on some George Zimmerman
You want to know something? They call what we do grifting. This is grifting.
Exactly.
This is literal grifting. The
They
fact
call
that the
what we
family
do
allowed
online
this.
grifting. They call what we do grifting. They call every one of us that enjoy getting out here doing this grifting. But this is the true grifting.
Neanderthal to tether themselves to their son. I remember the first time we saw it. Y'all go back to the video a year ago. I saw y'all picked the biggest retard you could find. The biggest retarded, talking, black ass, dumb idiot that you could find. He can barely form an articulate sentence.
Let him go. I'm just saying though. I'm just trying to figure out what's the reason behind
I wasn't even
this.
done
You know,
with his ass.
when Trayvon Martin had a hood against some Skittles, you know, maybe they thought.
Nah.
I don't know what they think.
Trayvon Martin was not justified.
His ear. Did you see him scratch his ear right here? It's those headphones. Yeah, they're expensive. Shure headphones. I got a Shure mic. They're expensive. Those headphones, that stuff around them, that's why I ordered these new ones too. I got on today. I just got this morning and FedEx delivered. Because they ain't making my ears itch. They're not making my ears sweat. The other ones did. Even those Shure microphones, he scratched his ear right there. They make your ears itch.
This is he needed Carmelo was
Why do they think it's justified?
Because he's black.
Yeah, they
that's what I'm saying.
Carmelo.
Because of Trayvon Martin. Remember Trayvon Martin? He got killed. So like, but that's what the thing
They
is.
said
It's at attract me. That's what they don't get. That's what they don't get.
No, listen. The simple thing is, when the family allowed an idiot, con man, grifter to attach themselves to their son, the public perception of that was probably not very good to help them. They let
Exactly. Wasn't going to help him.
this idiot come out and speak. They let him be rude to the family. That does not show a remorseful young man. They took $600,000 and bought a house and cars. What do you think the jury thought?
He didn't help. Like,
But what do you think the jury thought?
Did not affect the jury's decision at all.
Oh, you don't think so?
Hell no. I think they might push that.
No, that's what I'm saying. No, but don't compare this to Trayvon Martin because Trayvon Martin. I don't think Trayvon Martin should have been killed at all.
Through the black lens, brother. I'm saying through the black lens as a white person. I don't know.
No, but think about it though. Through the black lens, real quick.
Yeah,
okay, so there was an altercation ending in one person's death.
No, don't say what you think.
Hold on, no, but look, right? So, in my opinion, George Zimmerman was wrong because I don't think he was scared for his life. It was not self-defense, so he should not have killed Trayvon Martin. In the same instance, Carmelo Anthony's life was not in danger, so he should not have killed Austin Metcalf. So, if you agree that a person should only kill someone if their life is in danger, it, like I do, like how George Zimmerman was wrong,
but he got off, and that's the point.
He got off.
He got off. What the hell? That's what I'm saying, brother.
He shouldn't have got off. He shouldn't have got off.
But I don't know. I don't know.
I don't think he should have got off.
It was fighting and scuffing. I think that's totally different. I think that.
Nah, I don't think he should have got off.
There's another context.
Based on the evidence that I've been presented,
all those, there's a different.
Carmelo damn wrong. That's easy.
The reason why it's because it's attracting guys. That's literally why we're discussing it, and that's why he's wrong. Trayvon, hoodie, outside, dark. He didn't, identify himself.
Just let this Griffin talk. Just let the.
You don't have to identify yourself to any fucking body, even the police. I don't care if you got a hoodie or not. I don't excuse to. There ain't a reason to get unalived.
Talk.
But I don't know if
Let's listen to him.
I'll keep it real. I don't think. Do you know what really happened, brother? They was fighting. Trayvon Martin was not like.
But how did they get into fighting?
Because he was like, hey.
George Zimmerman was following him.
Yeah.
Never watched. He followed him.
Zimmerman was following him.
That's what happened.
That's literally what happened.
Yeah.
But then again, you don't kill someone just for
saying he was suspicious and all this shit. Wanted to know who he was, what he was doing. I guess it broke out.
Yes. No. Yes, for sure.
That's my point.
For sure.
That's what I'm saying. He shouldn't have got off, and just like how Carmelo didn't get.
I can agree with that. That's what y'all think about that, though, because that was before our time a little bit.
That is before. I was in like 8th grade, I think.
Yeah, that was way before y'all's time.
From that video, he is a spokesman for the Anthony family. Minister, it's nice to have you on. You keep saying that black lives don't matter, but no black lives were lost here. A 17-year-old white person was killed. So what are you talking about?
Black lives were lost.
What I'm talking about is 35 years. Carmelo Anthony
well, he's breathing.
Was sentenced to 35 years. Yet at the end of the day,
you know what, sir? I have one thing to say to this minister, this dude right here. This is my one thing to say. His family said, they always said they wanted their son to be raised in a gated community and live in a gated community. Well, guess what? Now he gets to live in a gated community in prison. It's a gated community. Because I have no sympathy for someone that unalives somebody for nothing. That was nothing.
Repeatedly is told that self-defense is a part of the law. That a knife under 5 inches is legal in the state of Texas. That stand your ground is legal here in the state of Texas. But when
you go to them and start your shit in their space, there's a difference. Like I said earlier, I could understand if the Metcalf boy had pulled a knife out or had a stick or something, a weapon, and then the black kid pulled the knife to self-defense. I get that. That's justified. But to put his hand, to touch him, push him, and say, you need to get out, you need to leave, that's not an excuse to unalive him. It's not.
That person.
And this kid got to go home for a whole year and play PlayStation or Xbox, have his fun, sit there and wait for his trial and all that. Guess what? The Metcalf kid got to sit under and 6 feet under and will for the rest forever. He don't have a life. This dude has a chance to come out of prison if he's a role model, if he does good in prison, if he doesn't join a gang, if he is if he stays on the straight and narrow solo, if he stays solo in there, stay away from the bad shit, the bad people, and all the corruption that, they're going to try to get him to do for them. I know I've been there. I know what they try to do. You got to stay solo. Keep your head up. Don't go in there like you're the baddest motherfucker, but you got to keep your head. You can't show weakness. Also, you don't do someone else's time. You do your time. Trust me, those people in jail, county jails, prison, everywhere, they want you to do their time. And I promise you, there's people in there doing someone else's time because they haven't learned to stay away from that shit and do their own time.
Try to use those same basic rights and laws, then we're not afforded those things. We're doing those things unjustifiably.
Well, that's not what a jury found today. Can you tell me, I know you know Carmelo Anthony well, why did he bring a knife to a track meet?
Exactly. If he was such a 3.7 grade point, this is all I've heard for a whole year. This kid was outstanding. He had 2 jobs. He did this. What's up, Evil Rick? This is all I've heard for a year. This kid's grade point average was 3 point. Awesome. Great. He was a good kid. He had 2 jobs. He comes from a 2-parent household. He comes from a suburb or whatever, you know. He was such a great kid. And that's all they keep pushing is he was such a great kid. His grade point average was great. Then why the hell did he need to carry a knife? If he was such a good kid, why did he leave that day with a knife in his pocket? Honestly, honest question. Why did he feel the need to carry a weapon? Honestly, I mean, I know when I was young at 17, I don't think I did. I smoked pot. I was, you know, I was relaxed. I was a cool dude, man. I didn't need the weapon. I got along with everybody. You know what I mean? I didn't do that dumb shit. I ain't saying I didn't fight. I'm just saying I got along with a lot of people. I didn't need to carry a weapon. But what I'm saying is if he was such an outstanding young teenager in school and all this shit, why did he need to carry a weapon? Why did he leave the house that day with a knife if he didn't have intent to do something? Why did he feel like his life was in danger? If he was such a good kid, that means he would have got along with everybody. They would have been his friends if he was such a good kid, especially at a track meet, because 9 out of 10 times, everybody at those track meets, I don't care if you're rival schools or not. Yes, there's rivalries, but you're not carrying weapons, you know, or most of the people at track meets, they talk to each other. They get along. They may talk a little shit here and there, but they don't go to this far extreme. Good to see you, Evil Rick.
What I can do, I can't speak for Carmelo Anthony, but I can tell you that the state of Texas made it legal. So at the end of the day, if a person got a problem with it, they might need to call Governor Greg Abbott and tell him why does this state have open carry laws, why does it have brass knuckles and etc. Right?
Stabbing somebody in the heart, though, sir, is definitely not legal. He could have just turned around and walked out of that tent at any moment.
And based on what you have been told about the situation, I can see how you can take that fact. But the levels of injustice that was done in this trial is not how I was.
It was a jury of his peers. It ain't like the judge made the sentencing and found him guilty. It was his defense. It was you and your big mouth and his defense that kept saying it was a $50 attorney when he's got $600K, over $600,000. I'd at least spent $200,000 on a defense team. My ass would have got 5 years or less if I even went to prison. I'd have spent $600K on a defense team if I had to.
Right. But at the end of the day, that's the reason why we're going to go through a full appeals process to ensure that the facts are being told correctly. But me and you are going to
another shooting.
No, that's fine. Tell me. Yeah, that's what I was tell me what you think happened.
2 hours
I
ago,
think is the situation is that someone asked Carmelo Anthony to come over there. He knew an individual, but that's not being told, right? It's like, a kid just randomly went under a tent, right? And he just sitting there. No one knows who he is. That's not the case, right? We know that Carmelo Anthony knew an individual. He knew a coach. He spoke about it. We also know that Frisco ISD should have counseled that.
And how many people, even black kids, that got up there and testified against Carmelo Anthony, testified against him? Said he was in the wrong. Even several people told him to leave before the Metcalf kid told him to leave. Under oath, they testified under oath that they even told him, leave. You're not welcome here. And he still had an issue, didn't want to leave.
We were under a tornado watch that day, right? And this should have been something that was actually.
The rain had already almost stopped.
You're telling me that because somebody invited him to that tent and there might have been a tornado warning, which happened all the time in Texas, that he was warranted in stabbing a 17-year-old kid in the chest, in the heart, and killing him?
He's trying to justify it to this white news reporter. This black guy's trying to justify it.
That's not the case. But what you cannot do is put your hands on.
Well, you just told me that was the case.
I
want to know what the case is. I seriously do.
You asked me the first time, why was he under the tent or close or whatever it may be, right? The reality is that the state of Texas says that I don't have to, when I'm assaulted, I don't have to return the same level of force, correct?
Whoa. Yeah,
return. The state of Texas says that I don't have to, when I'm assaulted, I don't have to return the same level of force.
Yes, it literally does. You have to do equal force. It literally says that. You just completely opposited the law. You do have to do legal force. And this is not something
This is what I like about these black guys right here, the Cartier family. They call the bullshit out, no matter if you're white, black, whatever. These guys right here, I like watching these guys because they call the bullshit out, man. They call this bullshit out all the time on their channel, man. They call, it don't matter who you are. These guys are funny. They're cool as shit. I think they from like Texas or Louisiana. They went to school, college. They're track stars, football players, track stars. They, I think they went to college in Louisiana, something like that. I think I can't remember the full story on these guys. There used to be a couple more of them sitting in the background, and they do these reviews. They got pretty big, man. They're pretty huge channels, man.
To carry class, and they told us it has to be equal force. So they literally said,
exactly. What did I say a minute ago? It has to be equal force. If the Metcalf kid, if the white kid pulled a knife or a weapon, I understand. Then you can claim self-defense for what the black kid did. He pulled the knife. I would justify that. I would say that was justified. If the white kid had pulled a knife or a stick or something and was hitting him with it or threatening him, I can see. Because someone pulls a weapon on me, let me tell you something. They're done. You understand? But if someone just runs their mouth, I have enough sense, trust me. I'm going to laugh in their face. I'm going to clown their ass. I'm going to laugh in their face, and I'm going to walk away. I'm going to de-escalate it. I'm not going to pull a weapon. I'm not that kind of reactive person. I've got more discipline in my mind. And that's because of the studying I've done through life. With the Taekwondo up through as a kid, and then Muay Thai, kickboxing. I'm telling you, I got most. Oh my gosh! You're gonna say, "Well, he was 17." Yeah, at 17, I was getting high with chicks and fuck. I mean, I was a cool. You know what I'm saying? I hung out with everybody. I got along with everybody. I didn't walk around trying to whoop dudes, even though I grew up in the shit. And, I have fought many times in my life, defending myself, and probably started a couple of things. But when I hit the high school, it was different, man. I was so relaxed and chilled, man. I was, it was a different environment. I done moved out of the ghetto, got out of there, went to a different school. Like I said.
Oh my gosh, I forgot. I asked her about the Carmelo Anthony case. I asked the instructor.
I
said, do you know the Carmelo Anthony case? She said, no. I explained, this is what happened. She said, he's got to go away. That is not justified at all. She said, if you do that, you're going to jail.
Texas says that I don't have to, when I'm assaulted, I don't have to return the same level of force, correct? Isn't that the law?
Yeah, you don't know what the law is, but you're sitting there as an activist and a speaker. You're the spokesman for his defense attorney. For attorney, and you don't know what the law is. That's like, I love it when these First Amendment auditors get out here and do shit, and someone says, you can't do that. Yes, you can, especially when the law says, oh, you can't do that. Yeah, buddy, you don't even know the law.
Leave that tent multiple times, and the prosecution called 21 witnesses. Hold on. The prosecution called 21 witnesses, and they all corroborated that. They all said that he was asked to leave the tent. There might have been.
They all didn't have no.
Exactly. He was asked to leave the tent, so we could have left that tent at any time. He chose not to. That's why he's going to jail for 25 years.
All 21 of them did not have the same story. They did not have the same story, and that's why so many people outside of that courtroom is outraged right now.
You didn't hear about this.
All 21 of them did not have the same story.
Tell me about the defense witness, because the defense did not call Carmelo Anthony. If Carmelo Anthony truly thought he was innocent, he's 19 years old. He's not a kid. He's 19 years old. Why didn't he take the stand in his own defense? And why did the defense's only witness change their story on the witness stand?
Yeah.
Carmelo Anthony testifying in his own trial is his own right? And that's a decision that Carmelo Anthony and his parents has to make, right? And that was a decision that was made through the legal process, right?
First of all, everyone is offered a plea deal. And then they go talk to the prosecutor about it. Everyone in life is offered a plea deal, especially in a murder case. I promise you, they offered that kid a plea deal. And then they discuss it. They told the parents and the lawyer told him, no, do not take the plea deal. I'd have took the 5 to 7 year plea deal and been out quick. You know why he didn't take the plea deal? Do you know why they told him not to take the plea? Because the GoFundMe would have stopped right then. As soon as he took a plea deal, the Send Me Go, whatever, they done said it. That would have stopped. They couldn't have raised no more money through that organization. And they knew damn well they were going to get hundreds of thousands of dollars. They grifted off their son. This kid could have said, I want a plea deal. Give me 5 years, 10 years. Been out and, or if he would have took a 10-year plea deal, or it would have been knocked down to manslaughter or unlawful death or something like that. They would have knocked it down to like 7 to 10. Kid could have been out 4 to 5 years. Instead, his parents grifted his ass. And I tell you the reason I know why they did that and how I know they did that and how I know they were grifting off his ass. Because the moment they said the verdict came back and said guilty of murder, they got up and left. They didn't even stay for the sentencing. They left him sitting there. Didn't even return for the sentencing. Left his ass. Go jump on those talk shows. Went and jumped on, I think it was the Breakfast Club or a couple of those shows. Started grifting again. Crying, fake crocodile tears. The interview's out there, guys. Go look it up. I'm telling you, they are grifters. They wanted money. They told their son, do not take a plea deal because that money stopped. And when you got bad actors in your ear, that kid didn't know any better. He's going to say, oh, yeah, I don't want to plead. I'm going to plead not guilty, and we're going to take this to a jury. Why? Not only for the money to be raised, but they thought they were going to get a public opinion. They were going to get this to be a race baiting fucking, thing. They were going to involve politics and race, and they think, oh, we'll get you off on this because it's going to go to the public. It's going to raise hell. They're going to riot, burn cities down for you. They're going to be behind you. They're going to stand behind you. We're going to win this case. So they could raise money. And what happened? You got 35 years. Your parents jumped up and left. Don't give a shit about you. Neither does your lawyer because you got a $50 lawyer.
And through this process, of course, there's going to have to be some major reviews, right? But as far as changing the witness changing what he changing his testimony.
Bro, we were just talking about Paul, bro. Let him ride, bro.
He's still committing his he got 10 mugshots.
Maybe you just were talking about Paul.
You comparing this nigga to Paul? He's not Paul.
Bro, you just said Paul was killing Christians.
Yeah, but then he turned from his ways.
Okay, then. So
when is his last charge?
Bro, see, bro, now, bro. Don't contradict Paul.
I'm not contradicting Paul.
Yeah, you are, bro.
You comparing this minister to Paul?
I'm saying, though, but this was saying everybody change.
Yeah, everybody can change. So you think he changed?
He's an idiot.
Do you think he changed?
I mean, he put his time into a dumbass.
So do you think he changed?
I think
he's a grifter.
He came out of jail, became a grifter.
When's his last charge?
He's a dumbass
2016?
grifter.
2016?
2016, 2015.
And he wasn't some of those domestic violence?
It was like
some crazy ones. Yeah.
Child, he did things to children?
Yeah, he was.
Let's no. Since you want to say he's Paul.
But hold on, bro.
Paul of Damascus.
Hold on, though. It's one sin greater than another, brother. No, man.
Okay, that doesn't matter.
Come on, bro.
That's not the point.
Don't do that, bro. Don't do that, bro. If people that can kill you, just were saying people can harm people and get life to Christ. I know we did without different changes, Joe. I just had to pause.
2019. It doesn't, bro. Paul changed. That's the thing. People don't. In 2019, domestic violence.
Yeah,
2019.
Yeah, I don't know.
Of course you. You know what? You still got a little bit of that. You still got a little bit in you, bro.
Now this
You still feel bad for them,
nah, bro. No, but
yeah, you do, bro. You said oh man, he can't be no minister. Hell no, he can't be no minister. and then actively vouching for murder.
Yeah,
that doesn't change. You think Paul would be vouching for murder right now?
He's just dumb, bro.
Paul would say, give him to the sword.
Dumb, bro.
Live by the sword,
bro. It's probably pastors out there vouching for Carmelo right now. Yes or no?
And they're wrong.
Okay, then we can't say that they're not. They're not holy though, right? No, you can't say that.
Well, pastors are humans, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know what I mean?
But this dude is a fake pastor.
Don't do that.
I'm that is the audacity of you to say that. It's crazy. It's the point that people can change. That's the point. Okay, then. He's not changed. He's vouching for murder. He keeps plugging his business. He is not a good dude.
Exactly. He's a grifter, man. He's plugged his business like 3 times since he started the interview. That's weak. That's fucking phony, dude.
He's a grifter.
Okay, yeah.
But as far as changing the witness changing what he changing his testimony, I'm trying to figure out how someone going to say he changed his testimony. Were you privy to his testimony prior to?
Well, he changed his testimony. He was during cross-examination. He said that there was not an altercation under the tent, and he didn't witness an altercation. So I don't think that was something the defense was planning on. And clearly, it didn't play well for this 12-person jury. Let me just ask you: can a black person ever just be convicted of killing a white person in this country without becoming like a major a major race issue. Like some of the comments that you made outside the courthouse today, I don't know why you do that. You stir things up, you make it about race. And
exactly.
Rioting and
Stir
protests
shit
and looting
up.
tonight. The bottom line is
you fearmonger the public into fucking this shit. I'm glad this white reporter from Newsmax guy, I don't even know his name, he's calling this out. I'm glad he's calling his ass out right now.
more people could get hurt. More people could get hurt.
I'm glad that you will say that, why do we have to bring race in the situation?
Well,
the reality is that if you know about this,
I didn't say we, I said you.
No, exactly. We don't do shit. We don't never bring race into it.
You. Why do you, Dominic? Not the black race.
Because when we're born and raised as a white people, we learn, our parents are always telling us, you never judge anybody by their skin. Seriously, y'all think y'all in the community? Seriously, we are always told, and I know black people that say, shit, they were raised to hate white people. You don't go around those people. You hate the police. You don't go around any white people. You don't hang out with white kids. You don't play with white kids. Shit, every time we were always raised to say, to never judge anybody by their color or who they, you know what I mean? You judge them by their character. You don't discriminate. And that's the truth.
Let me make this very clear. As the president of the largest human and civil rights organization in North Texas, what I witnessed on April 3rd was white people going on posts and social media calling Carmelo Anthony a thug, not a 4.0 GPA, not a person that.
Well, he's a convicted murderer tonight, so he's a thug.
Let me finish.
He's a thug. He's not a hero.
When you say a black man is bringing race, his race shouldn't have never been a factor. He shouldn't have never. Jake Lane. I don't see you calling out Jake Lane that said Carmelo Anthony should sit there and be hung from a tree and shot outside the Collin County Jail. I never brought race into this situation. We had to.
Wait a minute. Yes, your black friend sit outside there of the courthouse. Your black man sit out there and called every white person out there dead crackers, and every one of them should have been unalived. And if he had it his way, he'd unalive every one of those white crackers out there. You can go watch the videos. Go look up Nick Sorter or all. You just go look up any of the videos from there. The black people out there screaming crazy stuff.
Race into the situation. Either you brought race into this when you made those comments that we played at the beginning of the segment, making this about race.
We have to make sure that the process is done. All we want is our rights and be afforded the same basic rights that everyone is afforded to, sir. And I'm sorry if I got to talk about my race to make sure that I can have the same afforded right that
Dominic, he had a fair trial, and you're certainly open. You can appeal that. But the last time I checked, it's not legal.
He did have a fair trial. Well, they didn't have black people on it. Yeah, they started out with 50 black people. You know what they did? They disqualified them. 3 of them came forward and actually spoke truth and said, we disqualify ourselves because we're teachers and we will feel sorry for that black kid. So they disqualified themselves because they were honest. And now they're getting smoke and they're getting heat. These 3 black teachers, their black community is cooking their ass because they were honest and telling the truth. Now, make sense.
For white people to stab black people in the state of Texas, either. Hey, Dominic Alexander, appreciate you being here. We got to leave it there.
Wow. Yeah, you guys hold on, Brock. I just see something.
Is that not crazy? Let's go here. Let's see. They're up to 123,200 something followers over here. Yeah. I mean, it's just insane. All this shit that's going on and here's another photo of them. There's like more photos. I think some of them's AI. Someone's saying this is not AI of this black guy peeing on the Metcalf, Austin Metcalf's grave. That's been going around all morning. A lot of this shit. It's just ridiculous. I'll be honest. It's all ridiculous. These people are that's doing this stupid shit. That's acting like this. And when I say these people, I don't mean black people, all black people. I mean the people that are taking part in doing this shit.
This week that has been very controversial, and folks will be able to see why. Let's play that.
Stop lying. Yeah, exactly. Here's the mom. And here they are right here. Let's see.
Anyone.
Grifton, boy. Grifton.
My son was
Grifton right here. They already hitting the live streams, the podcasts, the shows. Yeah.
My son is no murder. My son didn't intend to hurt anyone.
Then why did he leave the house with a knife, lady? Y'all hit that like button and subscribe when you come in,
Reverend,
guys.
what do you think when you see a message like that?
Well, first of all, we're teaching young black people. This is just a universal message, but especially the black community, because I'm going to speak for the people in the black community. That we have a lot of violence problem in the black community.
Whoa, wait a minute. A black man actually speaking about the black community. And they still trying to get paid. Yeah, no shit, man. Hey, y'all don't forget, we got the Cash App, Venmo, and PayPal. Don't forget to support us streamers, guys. We bring you guys a lot of content. We're always out here trying to show you everything we can. Am I a grifter? No, but I do like to keep the lights on and the electricity on, man. Yeah, exactly. I agree. Gospel of something. Strategy taken from the playbook from OJ's Dream Team. They tried to take jury pool before they court of public opinion. Yeah, I believe that. I believe they tried to get it in the public opinion and make it more. Yeah, I agree. His parents should get charged. Fraud, yeah, because that's what they did. They're grifting, man. They grifting like hell. People don't want to admit it, but this black guy knows. These people, there's common sense black people that I fuck with. They know. They know.
Yeah,
the
team
truth.
takeovers, and if a white person said that they'll call you racist, but they can't call me racist because I grew up black. I grew up in a black neighborhood. I grew up in the hood. You know, I mean, my daddy was hood. You know, so I'm going to say that we have a violence problem in the black community, and that message is basically
There's
telling
a
men
crack.
that if you are upset,
There's a fentanyl problem and white trash problem in the white community, and I don't fuck with those trailer trash people. Now, is everybody that lives in a trailer trash? No. My grandma lived in a trailer, but there's some white trash motherfuckers I don't fuck with. And I'll call the white people out just as well as I will any other person, the black people.
If somebody comes up to you and you're with your wife,
if you're violent or you're ghetto and you're a criminal, you're a fucking criminal. Stay away from me. I did my time. I paid my debt to society. I'm done with that shit.
or you're with your, and they talk a little funny to you, you can pull out a knife and stab them. That is not a message we need to be telling young black men or any men in general. We should be telling people de-escalation.
Exactly.
That's insane. And it pushes violence and it pushes this notion that self-defense is murder, and it's not.
Yeah. Now, Reverend, according to an ABC report, Carmelo Anthony's family is looking to appeal the conviction, but they're now claiming a lack of funds to afford a lawyer. The document filed this.
They got 625 grand. I'd have spent every fucking bit of it on a defense team to start with. I wouldn't have asked. I think she asked for a $50 lawyer, a free lawyer. There's no way in hell. If I knew I was fixing to make hundreds of thousands of dollars from the community, my defense team, every bit of that money would have went towards a defense team. And I guarantee you a $100,000 defense team would have told that kid, take a plea deal. His defense said, no, you're going to plead guilty. His parents said, no, plead guilty. Because they knew as soon as he took a plea deal, the money got cut off. They couldn't raise no more money for this. That's the truth. Because everybody in this country, I don't care what state you're in, is offered a plea deal, especially a murder case. They rather plea it out than go to trial. All these prosecutors prefer to plea it out. He could have took a 10-year plea and been out in 5 years, 4. If he would have been a good, role model citizen in prison. The best thing that kid can do is stay away from the gang, stay away from the trouble, stay solo, go in there. He's got a high school diploma. He got it online. Okay, so go in there, stick your head in some books, get you a better education, be a role model citizen, get to work in prison, stay away from all that shit, and you can get parole when it's time to get parole. Because if you go in there and you fuck around, you get caught with contraband, you join gangs, you do all that shit goes on your record. And when you go up for parole, they'll look at you and say, go right back to your cell. Ask me how I know.
Week, Anthony said he was, quote, penniless, destitute, and too poor to employ counsel to represent me. This comes despite the fact that his family received hundreds of thousands of dollars in donations after this crime was committed.
That's what I heard.
What is going on here?
Well, they are. Unfortunately, I'm praying for them.
Exactly.
But
not only that, though,
situation.
they tried to get a female black lawyer too. She said no. She said She refused to take the case because she knew that there was no ground to stand on for self-defense. But when you get a $50 fucking lawyer, self-defense, court appointed, this is what you get. You get 35 years in a gated community. Exactly what you get.
Been milking the situation since it started. They bought a new house. They said it was because they were getting threats, so they moved from a nice house into a nicer area.
Yep.
And they already had a nice car, and they got even nicer car.
Yeah. They got an Infinity, all You see them leave the courthouse in that nice ass ride, didn't you? Yeah.
Money that they already had raised. They've raised over $600,000.
Yep.
Now
Now
I know
they
a lot
fix,
of lawyers,
and that's just from the GoSendMe or what GoSendMe, not the GoFundMe. It wasn't GoFundMe. It was GoSendMe Go or some shit. 630 something thousand, I think. That's not including the money given to them privately. Churches and organizations, NGOs that gave them money privately. There's no telling what the communities gave them privately.
politics, that you for $600,000 you get a very good lawyer and a lawyer, right?
You get a hell of a lawyer and a
lawyers that
defense
will want to take
team.
this case for free. The pro-activist black lawyers, they want to take this case for free. Because it'll help their career, the Ben Crumps and all those type of lawyers. The reality of the situation is they use that money for their own personal gain, and they're trying to raise more money for their own personal gain. And they allegedly, let me say allegedly, and they had just got on one of the petition sites. They had they were trying to raise $1 million in this new fund thing, and it got removed after I think it was GoSend Go or one of them. It got removed because after he got his conviction, they removed it. They removed his the fundraising, but people were donating and people were
I'm
mad.
telling you, these GoSend Goes and GoFundMe, they don't fuck with you if you get convicted and all that. They stop that shit because then they know you're just scheming for money. So now they're hitting the podcast, they're hitting these live streamers, they're hitting the any kind of person they can hit on the news or these streamers and podcasters and shit. They want the public to feel sorry for them. They want,
Austin Metcalf had plunged that knife for no reason into the heart of Carmelo Anthony and then was found guilty of murder appropriately. Imagine the backlash to white parents coming out there saying, I will fight for justice for my son. We were told
Imagine if it was the opposite way.
And I
Imagine
wish we'd
if
been
the
more
tides was
rebellious.
turned.
And then all these white people coming out and being like, that boy should be dug up and we should stick a knife in him again. What? Can you imagine the societal backlash to that messaging? And the number of papers it would be in. We'd have deep examinations and how wrong we've gone as a society. What school did he go to? Who taught him this nonsense?
I want to see the news. I want to see what's going on. There's some shit going on.
That's what we'd be hearing.
Midland, Texas, guys, has been breaking
Nothing
news.
is being said about this.
Police
family.
in standoff with
Polite,
suspect shooter after
politely
one
looking the other way. Let's just
unalived and 11
ignore.
injured.
Which is also soft bigotry of low expectations.
Goodness
They're
gracious.
too low life. They're too stupid. We have to ignore
Damn
their
it, man. These
blatant
people ain't going to
racism.
stop either.
Bullshit.
Yeah. You tell it, Megan Kelly. You tell it, sweetie. Let's jump over here for a minute, guys. Share this tab. Yeah, let's see if we can find out here.
Shooter is now deceased.
Okay, the shooter is deceased, it seems like. Let's go up here to playback speed. We don't want to get hit by anybody. Let's see what they're saying.
We've received this information based on the confirmation of a robot and a drone footage. We are still, the law enforcement is still securing the
What'd she say?
now deceased.
The shooter is now
received this
deceased.
information based on the confirmation of a robot and a drone footage. We are still, the law enforcement is still securing the area and making sure that there are no other concerns. We do recognize that there's going to be an ongoing shutdown of the traffic and ingress and egress of the area. And so we ask that Midlanders respect that and follow all instructions with law enforcement in the area. But we do want to confirm that the active shooter situation is resolved and the shooter is confirmed deceased. I
Okay.
want to follow up with some of the information that we shared in a previous press conference related to some of the things that are available in our community. We recognize that the victims and their families need support at this time. And so we
Lady,
want to make
take a
sure
breath.
That everyone has access to the things that they need.
Slow down. Take a
We
breath.
have the
She's
reunification, the
just,
family
she's
reunification
going at it, ain't
facility
she?
At the hospital that is ongoing, and so we would
She's
ask
going at it, lady. Hey, lady, take a breath, lady. Take a breath. Suspect in Minnesota lawmaker shooting pleads guilty, avoids death penalty.
Welcome back into Live Now from Fox. I'm Ryan Schmelz. We are going to head out to Minnesota, where officials both at the federal level and state level are giving a major update related to the shooting death of former Minnesota House Speaker Melissa Hortman
See,
and her husband.
it ain't always
Let's go
black
ahead
people
and
doing the
listen in
crime.
to that
It ain't always that shit. Everybody wants to blame everybody and bullshit,
I want to thank local law enforcement who are represented here.
See?
Chiefs of police of the Minneapolis
Take that
Police
little
Department,
hat
the
off,
Cleveland Police
everybody.
Department, and the Brooklyn Park Police Department.
Thanks, man. Paul Bloom, Fox 9 News. A question about taking the death penalty off the table.
Well,
there's
he took a plea deal.
The Mangione case, that whether that stalking murder combination was in fact a capital punishment type of charge in the end. How did your office come down on it? How did the Attorney General make this final decision?
Yeah, and I know there was
Well, he
some
pled guilty
confusing news
finally.
reports out over the
You
enters
know?
into the plea agreement that you all saw him enter into today.
Yeah. Everybody is offered a
defendant
plea
is prepared
agreement,
to
guys.
plead
I don't
guilty
care if you get
in
caught
Washington,
selling
D.C., but there
drugs.
is
You
no
get
staffing issue
there's a
in
plea
your state.
agreement.
what could be described as either delusional or conspiracy theory type statements about why he did this. What made him go from that to today, essentially in the factual basis, admitting to every factor that the evidence seemed to show?
Well, Lou, of course, we don't communicate directly with the defendant, and we certainly don't communicate directly with the defendant in this case. What I assume that what led him to do that today is what he swore under oath today, and that is that every element of what was alleged was
he killed a lawmaker, man, a Minnesota lawmaker. They should have gave him the death penalty. They shouldn't even have gave him a plea deal, in my opinion. Now the taxpayers get to put him up for the rest of his natural born life.
Mr. Belter or his counsel, but what
I don't know about you, but I don't like doing that. I don't like supporting people that, you know.
Under the Speaker's announced policy of January 3rd, 2025, the chair recognizes the gentleman from Arizona, Mr. Schweikert, for 30 minutes.
Let's see here. What else do we have? See, sentencing. Look here. Look here. It ain't always black people for murdered Pontiac businessman right here. Look. Right here, guys. It ain't always black people. I love it when they say black people. White people going to prison, bro. No more. White people too.
Responsibility for
They're just getting to read their statements. Yeah, white. You see these people right here? 3 white people and a black guy. So
officials in Midland, Texas, say a suspected gunman is confirmed dead after police say he
is contained. But the gunman is still engaged in a standoff.
Well, he was earlier, yeah.
Of the violence that this area has encountered.
He's gone now.
You want to keep that contact live.
Morning, Midland, Texas. We want to reach out to you and
Stop
just
crying,
make
take
you
a
aware
breath.
of some things
Yeah,
that have
we
occurred
know.
this morning. Many of you are already aware that we have had an active.
Yeah, we know. But you are acting all silly, lady.
Welcome back into Live Now from Fox. I'm Ryan Schmelz. We are going to head out to Minnesota.
Let's see what we got over here. What else is going on? Rubio, UFC.
Oh, looks like we have Marco Rubio now about to give some remarks. And it looks like, is that Dana White in the shot too? Hold on a second. I got to look at this a little closer. Yes, Dana White and Marco Rubio. Let's go live to that.
UFC and TKO for being here for this historic moment. When you become a diplomat, you hear the phrase convening power a lot, and that's basically diplomatese for bringing people together. And it is axiomatic and obvious that sports brings people together. And I cannot tell you how many international conversations who gets this ball across this goal line onto, and it is a reason why. When I go abroad and I try to chat with
Take a look at our roster of fighters. We have fighters from in excess, and this moves a little bit, but in excess of 75 countries. When you look at our roster of champions, they come from all over the world. Our Secretary of State, Dana White.
Thank you, everybody. Thanks for coming today. I don't know how I could say it better than those two did, but obviously we come from very humble beginnings when we first bought this company 25 years ago. And
Yeah, they were broke.
We believed at that time that this thing would
Now they're billionaires.
all over the world. I've always had this philosophy that, thank God, ended up being true. It doesn't matter what color you are, what country you come from, what language you speak. We're all human beings, and fighting's in our DNA. We get it and we like it.
The FIFA World Cup, 54 minutes and 4 seconds.
Never going to happen. But fighting in any language.
Any y'all
as
paying
humans, we
attention
all
to
get
the
it.
World Cup?
And what's been fascinating in our run over the last 25 years is how when we go into these different countries, presidents of the countries or royal families from these different countries, everybody loves the fights. And more importantly, if somebody looks like you, talks like you, and comes from where you come from, and they're looked at as the best in the world when it comes to fighting, the entire country rallies around them. And it's a pretty powerful thing. So I want to thank
But an exciting opportunity to sign this. It's totally logical for us to do it.
Sign
I
it.
want to make a couple points. People may ask, well, why UFC? We had this deal with the NFL too, but why UFC?
They have to
So I
sign
have
it.
reasons why I think it's very
It's
powerful. Here's the
the
first.
government,
The
White
first
House.
is, America, and the ideal behind America is the impossible.
We
Someone
come
said you
from
can't do that.
the
That's not gonna
nation
happen.
of
The whole idea of America is audacious.
wars and
The very idea
fighting.
that America that you could.
So, all right, guys, we're going to get over here for a minute. We're going to drop down. Okay, this is the face of. I don't follow any of those. Yeah, I don't either. I don't either, Evil. We're going to jump over here and we're going to say, okay, been 2 hours and 12 minutes. We want to thank you guys for showing up. Also, I wanted to give a shout out to Steve for the Cash App. Thank you. He just said supporting the channel. And he sent $10 for the Cash App. Yes, I love the Ninja Turtles. I grew up with the Ninja Turtles. Never had the toys. I had to cut the paper out of the newspaper, the toy magazine, the book, the magazine, and the newspaper. I played with the toy paper Ninja Turtle. I cut them out and played with them. That's how poor we was. I didn't have the toys, but that was my favorite growing up, was the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And I know there's a lot of you guys just hanging out, hiding in the shadows, watching me, because there's a lot of haters out there that hate me and dislike my channel, and that's okay. I pray for you. It's been 2 hours. I got an email yesterday from my AdSense where they demonetized me in 30 days. If I don't get my 4,000 watch hours in 30 days, they're going to shut my AdSense off because I am not monetized. They did demonetize. I'm eligible to get my or I'm not yet. I can reapply, but I have to get my 4,000 watch hours back. So that's what I'm working on. So guys, please watch these live streams and the videos. The shorts don't count for that, but the live streams do. Really need your guys' help with the watch hours. So just turn it on. If you're leaving the house, turn it on your TV, turn me on, hit repeat, watch my live streams or my videos. There ain't many on this channel because I just had to start this channel because my big one got taken down. Well, it's still out there monetized, but YouTube runs it. They love canceling me many times over. They love to take my stuff, but this one they haven't taken yet. They did demonetize it. Like I said, I'm fighting to get the monetization back. I need your guys' help, but also I want to thank you for coming out, hanging out with me today. I will be back sometime tomorrow. It's Saturday. I got lots of things to do, but I'm going to try to do a live stream tomorrow or tomorrow night. So turn your notifications on, hit those bells, and you will get notified. Hopefully, when I go live, if YouTube isn't stopping it yet. Evil Rick, have a good day, man. It's starting to rain here. It did this morning. It's starting again. That's why I'm not out on the motorcycle today. And hopefully I can get out this weekend if it doesn't rain too much and ride some of these mountains. So I just want to thank all of you for coming out, hanging out with me. I don't know, leave it in the comments. You don't have to leave it in the chat, but after this show ends, leave it in the comments. How do you feel about this Anthony case? Do you feel like he deserved 35 years? Do you feel like he even deserved to go to prison? Let me know what your thoughts are. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, guys. Share this stuff out. Stay in your lane or crash the damn thing.